Haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground, I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground, I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground, I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go.
And if you was instead of hating, you'd be ballin' too. I know you seen us fallin' too. All the rich niggas is all my crew. Fuck it, they can't touch us. If stuck up is what you call it, cool. Ooh, you should've seen when I came down in that. Black on black, cause it's greater haters face down on the mat. Splat, yeah, I can make a green nigga mad. Quick, fast, flash like 10 cash on this bitch. Can tell I'm a G by the walk in the stands. I play the game, make me talk in the stands. Watch how you talk when you talk to the man. If it ain't about bridge, you talk to the head. I show you how to get rich. You got a weak arm, I'll show you how to pitch. Made so play, I'll show you by the hit. And tell the police I don't know about shit. Hey, God, I'm fly, something like the air. Ain't that something when it's stunting, man? It's nothing like air. Homie, hold it right there. Homeboy, I'm right there.
Haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground, I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Hop out and leave them holding like the Bible. AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, 6-2 gon' split. LPN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no.
I got all those shit, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I can squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
What up? Peace and blessings, everybody. Let me go ahead and drop these links real quick. We got a show to get into today. Make sure we get into this Clarissa thing. We'll get this Devin thing. We're about to get it in today, people. Let me drop this link. I know Coach Amber want to get in here and touch on this too. All right. Well, that's right there. Let me get this together real quick. All right. All things, peace and blessings. Terrell Davis, peace and blessings, King. Ariana, peace and blessings, Queen. Coach Amber, peace and blessings, Queen. Black all day, peace and blessings, King. All things, peace and blessings. I said it. Caps Crypto, Peace and blessings, King. That whole boy. Peace and blessings. Brian King Falcon. Peace and blessings, King. Y'all hold on one second. I gotta switch my device real quick, just for a second. All right. Hold on. Okay, now we good. All right. Hey, Coach Amber, I dropped that link for you right there. Key's gonna be a little bit late. Y'all know how it is, Black women time. Y'all know how that be. Y'all know how that be. Let me get things situated for a second. I just hopped on real quick. Wasn't really ready yet, but instead of making y'all wait, we can get this on. But yeah. Hey, Coach Amber, did you get the link? Okay. There, Coach Amber go. Welcome to the stage, Coach Am.
What's going on, Upper? What's going on? You know I'm hot.
First, since you up here now, I guess it's a good time to discuss this right here. Clarissa Shields and her capping, right? All right. Clarissa Shields running around here saying that the guy took the pad out of his gloves to fight her and this and that. And the claims is totally bogus for one. First off, Clarissa Shields was in there sparring with that man for one, right? And the man was trying to take it easy on Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields started goading him, started talking crazy, started attacking him harder. And so she was tripping him. She was fouling the man. Like, Clarissa Shields was doing a lot of dirty tactics in the ring. And there's been a couple witnesses that vouch for it. So the guy's like, well, hold on. I thought we were supposed to be having like a friendly sparring match. What's going on? Why is she doing this? So his corner told him, then fight back. So the man went out there, and if you look at the video, that man's gloves look damn near brand new. You see the padding right there in the gloves. Clarissa Shields swung. That man ducked, and he clipped. You can even hear her coach in the thing saying, you got caught with your head up. So Clarissa Shields got caught with her head in the air, just like an amateur. She got caught with her head in the air, and she paid for it. And now she's sitting there trying to sue people that's posting the thing. If you post the video, she's trying to get a defamation on you and trying to sue. Now, see, the man sat on this video for 5 years. Clarissa kept goading him and everything. The video wasn't going to come out until she accused this man of something he didn't do, which was cheating. She accused that man of cheating, taking padding out his gloves. And see, her problem is she can't be humble. See, she's not humble. And like, I understand being proud of your accomplishments, but it's also a difference between being proud and being cocky. And sometimes you have to be humble. And so, especially like her calling out Keith Thurman. This wasn't even a ranked opponent. This right here is a guy that's still not even a contender yet. He's still a prospect. This prospect puts you on your ass. Now, how are you thinking you're going to get in there with a welterweight champion like Keith, one-time Thurman, and think that you're going to be able to do something with him? You're not. And it's no knock against female boxers, but it's a reason why they have female and male boxers. Because a female's anatomy isn't built to sustain the brutal punishment of fighting a male fighter. It's not. And that's no knock against the female. I mean, you could be the best female out there, but still, that's a grown-ass man you fighting against. And see, a lot of fighters have been taking it easy on Clarissa. Like, a lot of men don't go full tilt on Clarissa when she's sparring them. So she's done got in her mind that, hey, I be giving it to men boxers. It's not that, Clarissa. You're a great fighter, but you're still a female. And a man doesn't get nothing off of beating you down. That's what it's hard for her to understand. Like, ain't no man worth his salt going to get in the ring and put paws on you like that. I mean, I understand you feel like you're better than most females, but still, you could be better than most females, but these are men. We're built different. We have more power. It's genetics. Like,
Did you go out, Upper? Chat, did he go out or is it just me? I think I can hear you now.
can you hear
Okay,
me
yeah.
now?
Okay, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
All right. This idiot just called my damn phone and knocked me off. Like, damn. All right, go ahead. You go ahead and cook on it.
You sure?
Yeah, I gotta handle something 1 second. Go ahead.
Okay, because I got a lot to say, and I'm warning y'all now.
Go ahead, cook down. Go.
Okay, I got a lot to say, and I'm warning y'all now. I'm warning y'all now. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and then if anybody wants to ask questions or my experience, because at some point you do have to separate the boys and the girls, and I can explain that later. I can explain later what I would have done in that situation. First and foremost, dude who dropped the video is a piece of shit. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a piece of shit, okay? Because how that makes you look good in any way, shape, or form is beyond me. So he's a piece of shit. And we can get to the accusation in a minute, because that is a very serious accusation. Very serious. But he's a piece of shit. We can deal with him later. As far as Clarissa goes, because I'm livid. I'm freaking livid. And I've talked to a lot of my sister channels, like the women channels. I mean, I've talked to Neat J today. I've talked to Boxiana today. I've talked to Queen 71. I've talked to Tate. I've talked to all these female channels today, and all the ones that I mess with, they literally mirror my sentiment, and they feel the exact same way I do. And so, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way too, because we kind of touched on this about the 3-minute rounds. Men, it is in your DNA to want to protect a woman. I get that. I totally get that. Okay, and because men and women are different. You know, men, you know, they are genetically superior. Okay, women are built to bounce back. That's why they can bounce back from childbirth. They can bounce back from all that. Okay, I get that. I get that. You want, you know, because a lot of these, you know, the males were like kind of coddling Clarissa, trying to give her an out and excuses. I'm letting Clarissa know right now, like I've talked to plenty of my sisters on YouTube. The sisterhood going to hold you accountable. The OG sisters, we're going to hold you completely accountable for your own actions. Because guess what? Remember when you was a kid and your mama, your grandmama kept telling you to sit down, and you didn't sit down, and then you busted up the side of your head? What'd they tell you? Don't cry now. Don't cry now. Don't complain. Don't cry now. And I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it from Clarissa, because we've been telling her to sit down. Sit down. Be quiet. Be quiet. And it's unfortunate that this came out all these years later, but you've been calling out men. You've been comparing yourself to Floyd Mayweather, to Muhammad Ali. It's ridiculous. Saying you could knock out Keith Thurman. These are world-class athletes also, but they're men. Like, it's ridiculous. And I don't know if it was Tay D or somebody else that had said in the chat, if Clarissa Shields loses the support of women In boxing, she's done. And you know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I always said I would never tear down a female fighter because I knew what it took to get here. And the fact of that I know that, and to see her behave like that, I am so disgusted and disappointed. Like, I would never, like, it's sad to say, I don't want any of my amateurs looking up to her because that's bullshit. This is why you can't be on my Mount Rushmore. Like, this is why you can't be on my Mount Rushmore. Like, if you want to be a man so bad, then just say that. You're not even gay. Like, just say that. I am just so disgusted with her behavior. And I find it disgusting that her ego, she cares more about her ego than the state of women's boxing. You don't care about us. You care about you. And I find that disgusting because we're all supposed to stick together. We all fought so hard to get here. And she only cares about herself and her ego, and it's bullshit. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm letting you cook. I just see, like, it's crazy, though, that you asked for it. And the only reason the guy dropped the video, I'm not saying he's right, but somebody had asked her in the interview about it. And she said, yeah, the only reason he did it because he took his padding out of his glove. So he dropped the video to show his padding was still in the damn glove. Like, she asked for that. So I can't get mad at him, even though he still held that video for 5 years. But she the one that said that in the interview. She brought that man up when somebody asked her, has she ever been knocked down in sparring? And so she did that. That man was exonerating his name because that's a serious fucking charge. You saying that I took padding out my gloves to fight you? For one, to do that to a man, it's an assault charge. That's illegal. You go to jail. For two, you saying that this man did it to a woman? Like, you just spit on that man's manhood, stomped on his balls, and just told him he wasn't shit. So I'm not mad that he dropped the video because he had to exonerate himself. Like, that was some bullshit. She should have never came out there and lied on that man right there. And if you watch the video, that man had on fresh gloves. The padding was all in there. She swung. He dipped, had his hand at 12 o'clock, and he popped her ass with her chin up. Her coach even said, you had your chin up. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. That shit crazy. And then you mad because now you mad because you sat there and lied on this man, so he showed the proof. And now you trying to sue people who will post the video. You talking about suing them. Well, I got the video on my channel right now, Clarissa. So sue me too. Get my shit flagged because you did it yourself. Just like when Ronda Rousey kept calling out Floyd Mayweather and then had another girl box her goddamn head in. Like, it's okay to be a strong woman. Yes. But we see what happened when women fighting these trans, like these transformers. Women get in there and getting blowed the hell out. So if you're going against a full testosterone man, it's no wins. Like, it's okay to be in your own class. It's okay to be a woman. You don't have to prove that you're better than a man. You're not made for that. Go, hey, Key, go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Perfectly fine.
Okay. Salute to Coach Amber. Hey, Upper. I do not know what you guys are talking about. I just came in. So are we talking about the
knocked out by this rookie? Like, the dude, she tried to say that the guy took padding out his gloves, but you see the video. She swung for the fences on the guy. He dipped and popped her ass and knocked out. And this was 5 years ago. He wasn't even a prospect yet. He was still starting. I think he was like 1-0. But they said that they were sparring, and Clarissa was getting physical. She was hitting him with elbows. She tripped him up. She was doing all types of stuff, and he kept going to he was a Russian
and
guy.
talking shit and talking
cash shit to the man. D-free, peace and blessings. So the dude was like, "What am I supposed
talking
to
shit to him when he was told to go easy on her?"
Yeah, he going easy on her, and she steady talking cash shit to the man. And so he asked in his corner, what am I supposed to do? And so his corner said, well, hit her back. And so as soon as they told him that, he came back out. She swung, and he popped the ass. So he had padding in there the whole time until he popped your ass, right? Come on now. Shit don't make no sense. You was talking shit the first 2 rounds. He came back out, he popped your ass. So I guess the padding magically disappeared.
Well, okay.
I was hoping you were listening, Key, because I just went in on her. Like, I just, like, full-fledged went in on her.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I heard just bits and pieces. Then I hopped on.
Which
Because I'm
Thurman?
I'm actually disappointed. But before, let me salute to everybody that's here. Coach Amber, as always, thank you for coming up here. I hope you had a wonderful evening and your day is going well. Up or the same to you. Shout out to Brian, the King Fountain, that whole boy. Ariana, the Queen. How you doing, beautiful? Um, Adam Hurley. Boxing matchup. Shout out to you. 2 Cents. How you doing, Queen? I hope you're having a good day. Icon Canadian, shout out to you. All things as always. Black all day, twice on Sundays. How you doing? Let me make sure I got everybody. Cash Crypto, how you doing, King? I hope you're having a good day. Terrell Davis. I don't see my boy D1 up in here, or Akaflex, or my boy Bullet Gibson, but I know y'all be coming in frequent. I don't see frequent in here either, but I know they'll be coming in. So shout out to you. I just want to make sure I say shout out to y'all. Huh?
Frequent just popped up.
Oh, Frequent. Hey, Frequent. I was just saying, I was going over the names I normally see, like you, Bullet, Akaflex, D1. I was like, I don't see my boys in here. So just shout out to y'all, man, because I don't want to forget y'all when I'm closing out. But shout out to my 10 toes, the ones I just named. So our 10 toes, you feel me? Um, Brian King said she being a victim of her own ish talking. Planet 619, how you doing, King? No evidence. How you doing? What expensive paper in the building? I'm just trying to make sure I get all our Cassandra. There she go. Cassandra, you might want to stick around because we doing boxing conversations today, and I got to bring up the thing that Keith Thurman said. You feel me? I know you're gonna be proud of your Keith Thurman, girl. But shout out to y'all, man. So let me get to it. So I heard a little bit of what was going on. I know you got it, Coach Amber, because you from day one, you and Upper have been consistent about this whole Clarissa Shields fighting men thing. So I get that. You know what I'm saying? The things that she's doing and everything. I understand that. So I can only imagine.
Now I was telling Bullet salute. He said he been here. He just sitting in the background.
Key,
Oh,
you'll
salute,
hear it
Bullet.
on the replay. You'll hear it on the replay.
Oh, yeah. So I got you, Bullet. I just want to make sure I didn't know if I had missed you or not, but with Salute King. So basically, this is how I feel, right, when it comes to Clarissa Shields. Now, I get it. It's embarrassing because it's Clarissa Shields. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's supposed to, be the epitome of the GWOAT, and I've been telling y'all for a minute now. I've been telling y'all, y'all throwing around these words like legends and quotes and goats and all of that a little too loosely because I've already told y'all when it comes to Ann Wolf, I never thought that Clarissa Shields could mess with a person like an Ann Wolf. You feel me? And I still want to see the Shadeja Green fight. So, and shout out to them, they fight on Friday. We got to cook on that too. So I'm not saying that Clarissa Shields is a bad fighter. I think she's a great fighter. I think that I don't like how when you look up her name, they have bogus looking pictures of her as the main picture, but with the other female fighters, they're all glammed up. I've always said that I don't like how they treat Clarissa, so I get the edge and the chip on her shoulder because I can only imagine what she's going through because she is a great fighter. However, um, we got to stop putting so much emphasis on these sparring. We keep telling y'all that. And what goes on in the gym should stay in the gym. But you can't, Clarissa, you can't go around saying that, you know what I'm saying, you want to fight Keith Thurman. You feel me? And you damn near crying on live videos talking about this. And then that video come out and it shows you getting rocked and everybody is saying, see, now Keith Thurman, from my understanding, is way bigger than that guy. Pause. So how if you got hit like that from that guy, what you think gonna happen with Keith Thurman? Girl, you're gonna be all the way in the bleachers somewhere. Somebody gonna be picking you up. So I don't understand why, what are you upset that this just made the stock for you to fight a guy go down? Clarissa, nobody wants to see you fight a man. They want to see you fight Shadeja Green. You understand? They want to see you fight other females. They want to see you do what Amanda Serrano just did. Stand on something. Stand on actual principles. You feel me? Like you supposed to be using your stardom, your influence to change cultures, to change the landscape of boxing and make it go and transcend it out of boxing. Not keeping up this mess. And the reason why I'm getting on her is not about just her and what she said in that video. I'm getting upset because I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm taking up for Rolly today, y'all. I am taking up for Rolly Romero.
Yeah, he offered
Rolly,
shoulder. He said, "I get him for you." Shit.
right, Rolly. I'm taking up for Rolly, y'all, because Rolly actually sent her a message privately. He did it privately. When have y'all heard of Rolly trolling privately? Never. So that's how I knew it was sincere. Cause y'all know Rolly ain't got no sense. And Rolly actually took up for her and said, listen, I got a sparring video of me getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And like basically chin up champ is gonna be okay. And you flipped that and you called him out and started naming people that'll knock him out. And Tank already did this, and Shakur gonna do this, and Devin gonna do this. Girl, fight your own battles if you so tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that to Rolly? Remember, poor Rolly. Why would you do that to Rolly?
Rolly will knock your ass out. Shit. She
But
can't
I'm
be
just exactly. But it's just like, come on now. Like, I can't even believe I'm taking up for Rolly on this. But come on now. Come on, Queen. Like, we got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. He actually tried to show you some love. Maybe it's something going on in the background. I don't know. But if he sent that to you in private, let it stay in private. That's what I mean about y'all. So these social media boxers putting
Hold on one second.
everything out there. Okay.
Let me cut in real quick. Yeah, Bullet Gibson. She even said that shit. Like she was sparring with Errol when it was in the Olympics, and Errol was taking it easy on her, and she did what she did that do. She started talking shit to Errol. She said she was talking shit to Errol. She started hitting him full power, and Errol told her to chill out. And she said, "Don't take it easy on me." And she said Errol hit her with a body blow. She said when Errol hit her with that damn body blow, she knew shit was real. Like boxers be taking it easy because you know that's a female. You want to see a female strive. You don't want to. It's like when you see pit bulls fighting. You don't want to see a young pup going against a trained killer. Like you want to see them evolve. You want to see them progress. But then you know sometimes your balls get bigger than your Johnson. Shit, and you try to jump out there and you pay for it. Like damn. Like I saying Planet 619. But she was saying that he took padding out the gloves. So he showed the video to show that it was padding in the gloves. Like you just sparred 2 rounds. He came out the 3rd round and he bopped her. She was sitting there damn roughing him up, throwing elbows. She tripped the man. She was doing all that shit. And they said she was talking cash shit. And he didn't even bring it up. She was in the interview and she brought up the time that she got dropped in sparring. She said, but the dude, he was weak. He had to take padding out the gloves. Like, you just defamed that man. Like, that man ain't said nothing about this fight in 5 years. You brought it out and you tried to assassinate that man's character. So he dropped the video and showed that them gloves was perfectly fine. You swung, you had your chin up, and you got popped. You got damn popped. He showed you, and that wasn't even he wasn't even a contender. That man had 1 fight under his belt as a pro. Like, come on now, but you talking about going against Keith one-time Thurman. And the hell about it, that guy was a lightweight. You talking about going to welterweight and fighting 1 time. Girl, that's just like Ronda Rousey. She got a wake-up call from another female. And Clarissa, if you want to fight a man so much, go fight Shadace Green. She been calling you out for 2 years and you've been ducking that smoke. Fight her. Then say it. Come on, man. Talking about took the padding out the gloves.
Nah, he ain't take the he ain't take no padding out the glove. She's just embarrassed. And that's what happens when your ego when your ego is just super inflated. But I blame y'all, some of y'all, for y'all keep pumping up. And I'm not saying that Clarissa isn't good. She is. I think she is great, but I feel as though she can be using her influence for other things. That's why I said when we do our little, awards or talk about what's going on in boxing, our end of the year performances, Amanda Serrano is at the top of that list. Do y'all know how tough that was for her to drop a belt because of them not going for 3-minute rounds? That's what you use your influence for. That's what you do. Do you know how many Clarissa Shields is in the hood right now that wants to be like her? Come on, man. You so focused on men right now. Every interview that you do, they ask you about potential fights. What do you say? You ish on the other fighters. Well, she ain't gonna do nothing. Nah, I'm the best. I'm not fighting her. Who cares? Who is she? Da da da. What do Amanda Serrano say? I want that smoke. What's up? Oh, you not trying to give me 3 rounds, huh? Here you go, WBC. I ain't got time for you. Suleiman, kiss my ass. Like that's what I'm talking about. Shadeja Green. Oh, I can't get Clarissa Shields. Okay, come on, let's run this. Let's run this, Franchina. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like we shouldn't be talking about um the madness, the ratchetness more than we're talking about what you're doing in that ring. That's the only thing that I be having. That's my only problem I be having with these fighters, like Clarissa, like Jermell and Jamal. I love the Charlo twins, but come on, bro. When the messiness is louder than what y'all doing in the ring and everything else, that means that it's time for y'all to go ahead, log out for me. Go on ahead and log out for me. It's time to regroup, recollect, and get it back to what we're paying you for. I could care less about the craziness that's going on personally. I don't pay for your personal lives. I pay for what goes on in that ring for 12 rounds. So that's just how I feel about it. I wish that she had stopped that. Um, I can't believe she got me up here taking up for Rolly. Cause y'all know how I feel about Rolly. I feel like it's boxers. There's two type of fighters. There's boxers and then there's Rolly. Rolly is separate. That's my boy though. But ever since he said that he wanted to fight EJ, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? While EJ is at his lowest, I don't got too many good things to say about Rolly. But you was wrong for doing that to Rolly, Clarissa. And speaking of Keith Thurman, since he's a hot topic right now, Keith Thurman came out, you guys, and trashed Devin Haney's performance for Regis Prograis. Now, I like. He basically said that he's gonna hurt him. That wasn't no real fight and everything else. I feel like
Nah,
Keith Thurman's
I feel
hating. I
like
feel like Keith Thurman's
I feel
hating.
like Keith didn't want that fight for real, for real. Like his tone changed in that interview. Like he started naming other people. He didn't say, "Yeah, bring that guy up here. Let me give him these hands." Like he started naming other things. He should have been like, "This is Keith Thurman." He's supposed to be like, "Yeah, bring your ass up and let's get this smoke." He did it for Barrios, so why you don't bring him up? Come on now. Keith showed his skirt. He pulled his skirt up a little bit. I feel like he should have told him, "Come on." It ain't like he
I,
no else.
right, true. But this is how I feel about it too, though. This is how I feel about it. I feel like he was hating, number one, because this is the same playbook that he did with Earl and Bud. Let's keep it 105. Like when it came to when Earl and Bud was first announced, he did, the yawn faces, you know what I'm saying? Basically, Cassandra, and I'm sorry, Queen. I like Keith Thurman, but we got to call it straight through her. I'm sorry, Queen. But he had some about that too, before when the fight was announced. Then once the fight happened, what he started doing? Crapping on Earl Spence and calling out Bud Crawford. Now, mind you, he had every opportunity to fight Spence. We all know this. He ducked Spence. And then, well, I'm not gonna say he ducked, but like he basically put on his
He
Canelo shades.
he ducked. Shit, he been
He
ducking
ducked.
since 2015. I got the video since 2015. He ducked Spence.
Okay, so yeah, so after the fight, he dug Spence, and then start clowning Spence after he had every opportunity to fight him. Then turn around and start calling out Bud Crawford, and then his tone changed because Bud immediately said and said before, like everybody heard both Bud and Spence say they're not staying at 147, they moving up. And then now who did they say for Thurman to fight Boots? Now, isn't what Thurman is saying right now the same type of energy that he was throwing towards Boots? I think so. Because when they started putting Boots in this in his name mentioned, what was it? Boots don't make enough money. He's not a big draw. Who was he? Espinoza was screaming for the top of the hills, like, yo, I will make a Bud versus Boots fight, and I will make a Thurman versus Boots fight. Go look at the videos. Espinoza already have said that. They said they will put money for both of those fights. So then what happened? Thurman changed his tune. Oh no. It went from Boots Ain't No Money.
Open.
Huh?
He had an open check for that fight. Like he said, they'll make whatever they want to make. It's an open check. He said
Exactly.
he had an open check for the Thurman versus Boots or the Bud versus Boots.
Exactly. And so then it went from that to first it was Ain't No Money, then Espinosa came and cleared it up. And then it went to well, Boots ain't got no following, he ain't know nobody, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even beat nobody, just start crapping on Boots, basically, because he don't want that fight. Now that so with the Devin Haney fight, he went from saying, okay, you get past Regis, then we can talk. So then Devin dominates Regis, and then it goes from that to, oh well, I'm not fighting you. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a trash fight and trying to downplay and everything else. I feel as though it was hate. And number two, now your tune done changed again. Now when it comes to younger fighters, I'm seeing a pattern here. When it comes to younger fighters, that is not like a Manny Pacquiao or Ugas or something like that. You change. And I don't like that. But go ahead, y'all.
He was real ready to fight Barrios though. After Barrios got knocked out by Tank, he was quick to bring Barrios' ass up there. So I feel like if you can bring Barrios, bring Devin up there. The man calling for you. He's saying that you an old dog. You say you're not a gatekeeper. Come on and do what you got to do.
That's how I feel too. And I think he hating and I think he's scared. Coach Amber, what you guys cook on? Y'all cook for like, give me like 3 minutes. Y'all go ahead and cook.
Yeah, I'll touch on that. I'm still talking shit in the chat because I'm really hot. Keith Thurman is a jackass. I respect him as a fighter. He's a jackass. But he got to decide. At some point, he has to decide, are you going to be a gatekeeper or are you going to be a pup killer? Let me know. Let me know. Because if you're not a gatekeeper, then you got to be a pup killer. Because right now, you seem like a, how do you say it? A panhandler. There we go. A panhandler. That's what you're looking out like out here in these streets. You don't want to fight the young guys. You don't want to fight prospects. Like, let me know. If you're not a gatekeeper, then be a pup killer. Don't, whatever. My bad. I'm hot.
Okay, Cash Crypto, I ain't saying he's scared of Devin. What I'm saying is Cash Crypto, like, the man's calling you out. You keep Thurman. You ain't had a fight in 2 years. And I felt like if a motherfucker call you out, you ain't had a fight. Handle that beef. That's what I'm saying. I feel like Keith Thurman got too many tools, but he got to show me. I mean, I seen him. He couldn't get Barrios up out of there. You feel me? And Tank got rid of him. I just want to see if he gonna do it or not. Because I mean, I always thought it's whoever call you out. That's what it is. I mean, he ain't trying to fight Boots. He didn't want to fight Ugas, so he got to fight somebody or become an announcer. If you're not gonna fight, start announcing. But don't sit here and keep critiquing fighters and you're not getting in the ring. That's all I'm saying. You got a lot to say about these boxers, but you're not doing nothing. Now, I see if you're doing something, then yes, you can say something. But if not, then keep your opinions to yourself. I mean, you're a spectator now. Peace and blessings, 2 cents. What you got to cook on?
What up? Yeah, I was just coming up here. Man, Keith Thurman, this is the thing about Keith Thurman. After every fight, he got so much to say. But he ain't never saying, let's fight. He's turning down fights. Like, why didn't he fight Boots? I think, did he turn down a fight with Stanionis? He turned down a fight with somebody else.
Yes, he did. And he pissed me off because he was all on, he was talking all that crap to Stephen Fulton about the Inouye fight. And he called Stephen Fulton a biatch and every damn thing, like jocking Inouye swag and everything. Like, he's sitting there talking shit about boxers that go out there and make the fights, but he's not making the fight. And I used to rock with Keith Thurman until he ducked Spence. I used to think Keith one time Thurman was the man. You know, went up there, busted up Porter, don't duck me, son, Paulie, busted up damn Danny Garcia, but then he started ducking that Errol smoke, and I'm like, okay, he must know something. Floyd even offered that man his belt to fight Errol, and that man turned down talking about Floyd trying to set me up. What you mean, Keith? You one time. You the man. How you gonna set you up, putting you in there with a young punk? And that's when I said, okay, Keith knows something. His ass scared. He's scared.
Yep. And that's all he
And
do. And the way he tried to
then I started doing
down,
videos on it, and I seen it.
the way he tried to downplay that Devin Haney fight, like that doesn't absolve you from fighting him. Fight him. Like if he want to fight you, fight him. If it's not, if you so good and he's so boring and he's so bad, fight him. He's saying, oh, he's too boring to fight and ain't nobody going to watch. They're gonna come see you, Keith. I just don't think Keith's gonna fight no more. So he just needs to go get a podcast or something, because that's all he do is talk.
I definitely agree with that. To be honest with you, I think Keith should get it on. Not like that. I think Keith should fight Mayweather in an exhibition. I think that'd be a perfect exhibition fight. Because honestly, come on. I mean, who can really say that they're checking for besides just a few of us? Because like I said, I like Keith one time Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. But I just don't like how he's moving, especially with these younger boys. You feel me? Like first it was Boots. You downplay Boots. Now you trying to downplay Devin. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, get that boy his, you know what I'm saying? Like you was talking all that stuff. Okay, get that boy his opportunity then. If that's what he wants to do, go to 147 and fight. You know, but if he wants to come up to 147 and fight you, you know, but now, okay, let's say this. Now, if Thurman, let's say Devin fight is announced with Sandor Martin or whoever else he wants to fight, right? Whoever he chooses to fight. Now, if Keith Thurman start running his mouth again about Devin, then I'm definitely calling Duck. Definitely. Like, okay, bro, you just need to go ahead and shut up. Go ahead and log out for me. Because now you want to say something after he, you know what I'm saying, it's been announced that he's in a fight. Like, I don't like stuff like that. I really don't. Bullet, welcome. All 2 cents. I wasn't here when you got up. Shout out to you, Queen. Bullet
What up,
Gibson.
what up?
Bullet Gibson, what you got for me, King?
What's good with you, family? Salute to the chat, salute to the panel. Man, listen, Keith Thurman is a bad boy. You know, I know he ain't fought in some time, but you know, he from Florida. You know, so I always rock with Thurman, you know, he from the home team. Feel me? He came up on the Rinky Wright and all that there, you know what I'm saying? So he can fight, man. I feel like it's a good fight for Dev if you know, it would have went through. Just name wise, I understand, you know, right now I think Dev will just beat him, in all honesty. But Keith Thurman is a bad boy, but these guys be changing their energy. They change their energy, and it's not just for Dev. I'm not even gonna come up here and make that statement. Like he right, man. I think he figured he want to still be in the limelight, you know, because he felt like he didn't do his career fully how he wanted to, because how the Errol Spence situation came up. Because he kind of dug Errol too, man. That shit surprised me. But I think he don't want to be the come up fighter for one of these young boys. You know, so I think he want to just keep that one loss on his record to Manny Pacquiao, and then it's like, all right, I'm gonna talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a couple. I want to see how much buzz I get off a certain name. You know, but he's not fighting Boots. It's crazy because I would go for Thurman in the Boots fight. Not saying he would win, but you know, I'm gonna support him because you know he's from Florida. But he's not gonna fight Boots. He was just saying, "Oh, I can't come to your fight, Devin, but I want to see how you look. You better not get knocked out by Regis, blase. And then next day later, the energy changed. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I can tell you why it changed. Oh, go ahead, Upper. Go ahead, Upper.
Oh, what I was gonna say is, man, Thurman, he's calculating. You feel me? And Thurman, whoever gets a win in the wave, that's what he tried to ride. Like he tried to ride Monster Anyways wave after the Stephen Fulton fight. Like I think Keith could have been a great fighter, and he should have caught Boots a long time ago. I feel like now he done let Boots done get his feet up under him. Boots done got too much experience now. Like they fucked up because they should have been got that boy out the way. Like now you done let him get a full head of steam, and he's like an avalanche coming down the hill. Yeah, that's one thing about him. Just like he should have got Spence earlier. He should have got Spence before Spence went to kill Brooke, but he didn't. So we see how that turned out.
Because he was cherry picking for the Floyd Mayweather fight. He wanted the Floyd Mayweather fight. Keith was an opportunist to me.
You feel me?
And when you look at the styles,
but look, at that time, Floyd was fighting big names. Who had Keith Thurman beat that was a big name? Be honest.
See, that's the problem. It shouldn't have mattered. Floyd had never beat nobody in their prime. So I can see it from both standpoints. You shouldn't have to earn
Floyd fought a lot of fighters in their prime. He fought Diego Corrales in their prime. Ricky Hatton in his prime. He fought a lot of people in their prime.
Diego Corrales was the only fight that I can give him in his prime. Ricky Hatton had already lost, so it was a blueprint.
Shane and Zab was still good.
But we had already seen him lose. So once you see a fighter lose,
okay, but just because a fighter lose, just because a fighter lose, it don't diminish their prime. It don't diminish their greatness.
No, but it give us a blueprint to beat you.
We've seen you twice.
Why you didn't fight him?
Hold on, bro.
Lennox
Lewis lose twice. Did that stop Lennox Lewis from being one of the best heavyweights ever? No. That man lost twice. He still went out there and busted up Holyfield, Tyson, and everybody else that got in front of him.
And Lennox Lewis reinvented his style because before that, Lennox Lewis didn't have a jab.
I'm just saying, a loss makes you better, bro. A loss ain't a bad thing. Sometimes you learn more to
reinvent yourself and make yourself better. I agree. I'm not saying that it does. I'm just saying that all of them cherry picking. Let's be real. Shit, we know how weak Keith is to the body. Now Jeff is talking about some they want to fight Keith because they know that Keith weak to the body.
Okay, look, I feel like Floyd didn't cherry pick. Man, Floyd fought Canelo a couple times, bro. Canelo Alvarez is not gonna damn cherry pick, bro. Canelo Alvarez
fight Sugar Shane in his prime.
Was 42-0, bro.
Why ain't fight Zab in his prime?
Bro, Zab, they couldn't agree on the weight. They couldn't agree on the weight.
Old. Everybody he beat.
Okay, look. So you telling me Canelo was a cherry pick, bro? Canelo was an undefeated knockout artist, bro. He was knocking everybody out.
Canelo was 23 years old.
Okay, how old was Floyd when he won his first championship? How old was Ali? That shit don't mean nothing.
He was green.
Okay, but 20, bro, how's you green with 42 wins? He had the same amount of wins as Floyd. The man had been boxing over 7 years, bro. So don't use that green shit when y'all both got the same record. Both of y'all 42-0.
Now up. Tell me Floyd put Canelo on the card. The fight before him, the fight Austin Trout, so he could look, and Austin Trout had a lot of success. Goddamn it, moving to the left on Canelo.
Zab had a lot of success against Floyd.
He game playing the whole fight for that.
Bro, Zab had a lot of success against Floyd. Showed the shame. So Canelo could have looked at them shits too, bro. Come on, bro. Let's not do it like that, man. Let's keep it all
saying, bro, call a duck a duck. I don't give a fuck who the goose is.
Exactly, Darius Gilliard. Canelo was the unified champ when he fought Floyd.
Yeah, he was, but Floyd also put him on the card, had him fight Austin Trout, the fight before him, which people felt like Austin Trout really won that fight. That fight was close.
Okay, OTB, man. Whatever you say, man.
I agree. I'm just saying, bro, like all of them cherry pick.
All right, bro.
Boxing is a whole lot of cherry picking right now.
If you say so, bro.
Shouldn't no fighter have to earn their way into that fight? This is boxing. You say you want to fight somebody, fight them.
Okay, so this is how I feel about the situation. This is how I feel about the situation when it comes to earning a way. And first of all, salute to OTB Boxing King. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming up here. This is how I feel about it, right? If you are I'm gonna put it in a real world perspective. If you are employee of the year for a whole year, and at the end of that year, you get a bonus of $20,000, and let's say for the past 5 years, you've gotten this bonus 5 years straight, right? And then the next year, somebody comes to you, your manager comes to you and say, okay, we want to give somebody else this bonus. You're not going to get employee of the year this year. We got to give it to somebody else. This person haven't worked as nearly as hard. This person haven't earned earn nearly as much as you. You're pretty much still the number one person in our company, but we want to give it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time to give somebody else a chance. And instead of us giving him or giving you your 20,000, we're only going to give you 2. The other dude gonna walk away with 18. Is that fair? I'm just saying this is a eat what you kill sport. I get what you're saying, OTB, but at the same time, this is a eat what you kill sport. You got to get it out the mud. At that time, Floyd Mayweather was out getting it out the mud. That man, they never gave Floyd a chance, no chance, no nothing. They didn't care. Everything that man did, they shitted on him. And so you supposed to be able to just walk up to me, Keith Thurman, and tell me that, oh, I want this fight, and Floyd hit you with the, okay, if you want this fight, do X, Y, and Z. We just seen it with Canelo versus Benavidez. Now, is it right? No, it's not. I don't think so. It's not fair. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is what boxing is. You want me so bad, come show me, come get me. And at the same time, you building up your stock as well. If Keith would have fought and knocked out Errol Spence, come on, bro. How big would that have been? If you couldn't get Errol out the way, how am I supposed to believe that you can get Mayweather out the way? Let's be real. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, Benavidez and Canelo was a 50-50 fight. Why? Because of the competition that Benavidez have just ran through for the past 2 years. I could see him giving Canelo a run for his money at times in that fight. Come on, man. That ain't no walk down fight for neither one of those people. And that's how I want to see it. That's like me asking for Tank or Shakur to fight a Kid Austin right now. Hell no. They will run through that boy. Come on, man. Like, no, I get what you're saying, OTB, but I don't agree with that. I just don't. Like, this is eat what you kill sport. If you want it so bad, come get it. And if I'm the champion, or if my name ringing bells, especially if I'm the cash cow like Floyd was back then, during that time, come and get it.
But the problem
Show
with
me.
that is that's the same format that allow these champions to duck people who want to fight them now. So if we gonna point a finger pointed at who it needs to be pointed at, because Floyd started this shit. Where you gotta earn your fight. You gotta earn the right to be in the ring with me. That's that Sugar Ray Leonard won't fight Aaron Pryor shit. Come on, man.
Okay, let me ask you a question, OTB, and let's see if you keep it 100. Floyd told Canelo, if you fight Austin Trout and win, I'm gonna give you the fight, right?
Facts.
And he did it, right?
Facts.
He also told Keith Thurman, fight Errol Spence, and if you beat him, I'll fight you. That's exactly what the man said. He said, if you fight Errol Spence and show me you beat him, then I will fight you. Did he not tell him that?
So now
did he not tell him that?
Champion had a right.
No, did he not tell? No, bro. I'm asking you a question. Did he not tell him that?
Yeah, he did.
Did he go fight Errol? Did Keith go fight Errol?
No, he didn't.
He didn't want to fight the champ then. Straight like that.
So now you telling me that the champion.
Okay, Keith Thurman hadn't fought nobody before he fought Floyd, bro. Keith Thurman hadn't fought nobody before he fought Floyd. Nobody.
Keith Thurman didn't take his belt from
Yeah, tell me who he took the belt from. Nobody.
Was it Gutierrez? What was
the Ghost?
Oh.
The Ghost. A bullshit
he's a well-respected fighter, but that's the only fight that's the only belt
that's the only fight Keith Thurman had. That is the only fight Keith Thurman had.
Keith was awarded a belt.
That was the only fight that Keith Thurman had so far. It wasn't even a B-class fighter. It was so many people that did more than Keith Thurman in there that deserved to fight more than Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman ain't fought nobody yet. And Floyd told him, you fight him, then I will fight you. Get a name under your belt. Get a name under your belt so we can build the fight. Get a name on your resume so we can build the fight. Floyd was about making that money. He told that man, you fight him, that's a good fight. You beat him, I'll fight you. That's exactly what the man said. The man ain't have no damn body on his resume. Just like Canelo resume wasn't good, Floyd told him get another belt. He did it. He got the Floyd fight. What are we talking about, bro?
Who the
man he talking about, man, I feel like Floyd trying to set me up. Then he really didn't want greatness. He really didn't want that Floyd fight like he said then.
Let me say something though.
I would have fought him.
Let me say something. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack.
Give fucking Floyd the right to say you gotta do this
Because
to
he's a
fight
fucking
me.
cash cow, dog. Because he put in the goddamn work. Because
That's
he
the
sat there and
problem with
went up.
boxing.
Because
Y'all
he
hear this
sat there
shit?
and went up 2 weight classes. Because he went up 2 weight classes to fight Oscar De La Hoya to become the man. Then go back down to his weight class. Because he took all that shit from Top Rank and HBO. He did this shit. Everybody was shitting on that man. That man had to do this shit from the ground up. And you think he about to sit there and give it to somebody that ain't did shit? No. Look at the boxers now. They don't do it either. Go ahead, Bullet.
I'm gonna say I believe Keith Thurman. Some of the name values of the people wasn't super high, but Keith Thurman did earn the right to fight Floyd. And honestly, I don't feel like it was fair to try to push EJ on Thurman. Later on, as I started watching Errol, because I knew about Keith Thurman first before I knew about Errol. But later on, as I started watching Errol, I kind of knew, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was a high risk, low reward fight. It didn't really make sense in Keith Thurman's favor because it wasn't a favorable matchup based off of style wise. But he probably should have took it. He probably should have took it. But he probably should have took it though.
Bullet, read what that say right there on the screen.
Guerrero.
Floyd even told Berto and Victor to fight and earn a fight with him.
You know why? Because at that time, Floyd was making the biggest gates. Floyd was trying to fight people that people wanted to see. He wanted the people to see the people that he fought. He wanted to be a challenge. That's why if you wanted to fight Floyd, you had to beat a big name first. Then you get to come. It's like when you're going against the final boss of the game. You got to beat all the little bosses before you get to the final boss. If you want that payday, you're going to do it. Straight like that. I mean, you can cry about it and whatever it is, but it's the business of boxing. Look at Daniel Benavidez. Look at all the fights he's doing trying to get a Canelo fight. Come on, man. The beat a cash cow.
And it's not just and to be fair, you guys, it's not just the boxers that's doing this. You feel me? It's also the promoters. Like, exactly. Come on, let's keep it 105. Like, we got to call it straight through. We can't just put this on boxers because these boxers aren't able. And I don't know why people think this way. A lot of casual fans, but it's not just okay. I'm gonna call this person up. We're gonna say we want to fight, and then the fight happens. It don't go that way. It's a lot of logistics and things that go on behind the scenes before paperwork is even signed. Contract obligations are even signed. Don King is on record saying some fights don't even get signed until the day of the fight. That's a fact. You get what I'm saying? So we can't just blame it on Floyd and blame it on, no, a lot of you don't know what their promoters was behind the door saying. What if they wanted they cut for that too? You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I can honestly say, out of all the Floyd fights that he had, I've never heard, to my knowledge, I haven't heard of any fighter complaining about the money that they were paid. Or the recognition that came afterward.
So I don't see how low reward.
And let me tell you how funny this shit is, right? You know, people complain about the way Floyd did Thurman, right? But did Thurman not just turn around and do the same shit to Errol Spence?
That's the problem.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Did Thurman tell Errol to go get a belt before he could fight him? And then Errol
got a belt.
And Errol got a belt. Errol got a belt and Thurman still ducked that man. Errol got a belt and he still ducked that man. So I don't want to hear shit about Thurman.
Like, man, it shouldn't matter about no fucking belts. It shouldn't matter about none of that shit. If a person say they want to fight you, this is boxing. Me against you.
It's money.
Okay. It's money. It's boxing is 80% business.
It's called prize fighting, not boxing, but prize fighting. We call it boxing. It's called prize fighting, pugilism. It's for the prize.
Boxing is a sport, bro.
It's called prize fighting. That's the name of it. It's called prize fighting. And the prize is the cash. They're not out here boxing for their health. They boxing to get motherfucking paid. And if you're not motherfucking making a person get paid, then you in the damn way. That's what it is. 99.5% of all boxers never receive $1 million per fight. But you also need a great dance partner. If you fight, so check this out. Manny Pacquiao and Yordenis Ugas did 230,000 pay-per-view buys, right? This is Manny Pacquiao, the one that did almost 600K with Keith Thurman. But he fought nobody named Ugas. Ugas was a nobody when he fought Pacquiao. The great Pacquiao, who's did 6 pay-per-view fights for over $1 million, only did 200 and some thousand with Ugas. Now, the fact that Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao, him and Errol did 350,000. So Errol did more than Pacquiao with Ugas, but that's only because Ugas beat Pacquiao. So you have to beat somebody to make your sales go up, because normally Pacquiao would outsell Errol. But with Ugas beating Manny Pacquiao, that pushed his rate up. That's why Floyd say, fight this man, push your value up, push the price up. That shit pushed it over. It pushed it 120,000 more than Pacquiao fight. 120,000 more buys than Manny Pacquiao. Can't argue with the numbers or the facts.
I get what you're saying, OTB, and it should be that way. But at the end of the day, it's supposed boxing is 80% business, 20% physical. That's it. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying?
We are never
but you know what though?
Consistently give us the fights that we want, the fights that we want to see, the fights that we deserve to see, as long as the business come before the sport.
But to be honest with you, it should always be like that, because I guarantee you, if they wouldn't pay, if the Lakers came out next year for, I think LeBron's contract is up next year or in 2026. Whenever his son get there, I think that's when he's pretty much gonna walk away. But let's say they decided to cut him in 2024 or cut his pay. You think LeBron finna be out there hooping like that? No, it should always be about that. You always make sure that your money and the paperwork is right before you produce any products. So I get that. Not to mention, this is their body that we're talking about. So yes, the business and all of that.
We have the fights that we haven't.
Okay.
No, but the thing, right?
Hold on. They gave us a fight that we've been asking for 4 or 5 years. They just gave us the Spence versus Crawford fight. Everybody been asking for this fight for over 4 or 5 years. The shit only did 650,000. It should have been over a fucking million. Now they give us the fights we asked. No, they give us the fights we asked for, and people don't buy it. Tank and Ryan did more than Errol and Crawford, an undisputed welterweight match. And then people sitting there crying about the fights that they don't give us. When we get the fights that we want, then people don't buy it. They gave us Boo Boo versus David Benavidez. That was a great fight. That shit did under 100,000. David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. That shit did under 100,000. Come on, they're giving us the fights. People ain't buying it. So if a motherfucker ain't gonna buy the damn fight, they're not gonna sit there and put their risk out there, risk their stock, risk their value for motherfuckers that's just gonna steal the damn fights and not pay for it. If we want to get the motherfucking fight, if we want to get the damn fights, then people need to start paying for the motherfucking fights.
Quit waiting 5 years to give us these
That's
fights.
why we got the Spence and damn Crawford. They seen that people paid for the Tank and Ryan. And then when people had the Spence and Crawford, then motherfuckers didn't pay. Now they acting like they don't even want to do the rematch because motherfuckers didn't pay. So we say we want the fights, but motherfuckers don't pay. So if the motherfucker ain't gonna pay, they're not gonna give us the fights. It's straight like that. It's business and economics.
David Benavidez and Boo Boo. We wanted to see that fight 2 years ago when Boo Boo was running down on Canelo after every fight, waiting and fighting once a year so he could fight Canelo, so he could feel like Canelo was ducking him. Let's remember, Boo Boo chased Canelo through 3 weight classes.
Okay, but that doesn't mean, okay, but you're talking about
David immediately.
You missing?
No, and I get that. No, I get what he.
Great conversation right now, bro. You are missing a great conversation. Catch up with me, man.
No, I get what you're saying, OTB. I think that at the same time, you know, Canelo fan base isn't David Benavidez fan base. Now it is. Now it's all mixed up. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's a divide happening. You can see the parting of the sea, as you would say, with Canelo and Benavidez fans now more than ever. But back then, it was still like, who's Benavidez? Not to mention, even though y'all know I don't play about my boo-boo, but I can even say that, I mean, who was boo-boo? You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he good, but okay, he didn't, none of these guys really had a following back then. But let's take, okay, but look, yes, it does, because that's how they are paid. Look, listen, no, and I'm not saying that
bullshit, dog. You're on that sentimental bullshit. The world ain't ran on that
bullshit you referring to.
Because the world ain't ran on that shit. I found that shit out, and you used to box too, so you should know that shit. It ain't for the love of the game no more, man. It's about money. When them white folks got in there and got them suits and they started motherfucking get promotions and all that, the boxing world changed. Now it's about how much money can you bring in and how little of the cost. So we're not going to get the pure fights that we used to get, bro. Come on, act like you know
I
this
heard
shit,
you say it. That was my point. Period.
Okay, well, no.
Nothing sentimental about that. As long as we put the business first, we will never get the sport that we deserve.
They put the business first, man.
They did. The promoters did.
You just
okay. Look, that. Okay, but look, I'm gonna end it like this.
I did not okay it. I did not okay the shit. I'm a realist. I understand what's going on.
Okay, look, this is how I'm gonna end it, right, you guys? Hold on. Look, listen, this is how I'm gonna end this. And I want to be very clear here, okay? My top 5 boxer, one of my top 5 boxers of all time is Sweet Pea. Everybody know this. Sweet Pea died walking across the street drunk, and he died broke. Okay? One of the greatest, without a car. The man was one of the greatest defensive boxers I've ever seen in my life. He barely could make ends meet when he passed away. Okay?
He was
so I want everybody exactly. People, y'all keep trying to move the goalposts when it comes to these younger fighters to say, oh, trying to compare them to the greats of Muhammad Ali. They haven't even touched Sweet Pea yet. You feel me? So they haven't even touched Roy Jones Jr. yet.
Huh? Muhammad Ali was broke when he died. His estate
so I'm just saying. Exactly. So I'm just saying, y'all, I get it. We want the fights and everything, but we gotta also remember it will always be business. When I end everything like that, Sweet Pea died broke, and a lot of fighters died broke. Okay, that are some of the greatest. Exactly. So, but speaking of broke, y'all, I want to get, what I'm saying, so that we can, because it ain't gonna make it no better. I hear all points, but let's transition to another point, another talking point. So Keith Thurman, I'm blaming you for this. God damn it, you done got us all riled up, and you've been irrelevant for damn near 3 years. Basically, Keith Thurman, I think we can all agree he was scared of Boots. Now he's scared of, it appears that he's afraid of Devin too. And I don't like the fact that he downplayed Devin like that. That was bogus. That was some hate stuff. Now, the second talking point we got on Clarissa. So the third thing that I want to bring up today, you guys, Gary Russell Jr. recently did an interview, and they were asking him questions. This was about 5 days ago. They were asking him questions about what is next. And Gary is hinting at a return, which he always does, but he is jumping up. He's saying that he's jumping from, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, I think he's at 126, but he's jumping up to 130. Okay. Well, he's saying that he is going to jump up to 135. They asked him about the Loma rematch. He said he's open to that. And he also wants someone else, but he's keeping hush on that. He's not going to give too much detail.
He wants Tank. He wants Tank.
So if that fight was to happen, with Tank versus a Gary Russell, I got a question for y'all. Is that a good fight for Tank Davis to take? Let's talk about it. We call it straight through over here.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Before I see Gary Russell Jr. versus Tank, I want to see him in there with somebody like Isaac Pitbull Cruz or somebody. I don't want your first fight at 135 to be against Tank. You got to show me that you acclimate to the 135 division. I don't want no damn motherfucking fight in there where Tank comes in there and blows you away with one punch. I think you need to get a chance to get acclimated to that division, get a fight in that division, see how it looks. Because if you get in there with Tank and you get knocked out early, everybody gonna sit there and say, he came up 2 divisions and all that right there. So give yourself a chance, see what they're working with. But I can't say this. I feel like Gary Russell Jr. will do better against Tank than Antoine Russell will, who came in at 137 at his last fight, and there's rumors of him coming down to 135 to fight Tank. I feel like Gary Russell Jr. would do better than his younger brother because he is a more skilled boxer. He's fast. He knows the angles and everything. His brother's pretty much a come-ahead brawler type fighter, and I feel like Tank will clip him, knock him out like Rolly. I mean, Bartholomew showed us where Antoine Russell's at. So I feel like the Alan Russell Jr., I feel like he gives a better fight than his brother Antoine, but I don't want to see Gary Russell fight and Tank his first fight at 135. Not the junior. I need to see him. He just had shoulder surgery. He's going up to 135. I need to see you with that shoulder and at 135. And you and like Don Drickman said, you ain't fought in about 2 years. I need to see something first.
Okay, already. Go ahead. Let me get who's that person at the bottom that doesn't have a picture? Who's that?
That's Coach Amber at OTB at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Coach Amber change. Let me get Bullet been quiet. Bullet, what you think about that fight, King? If there was to be a fight with Gary Russell Jr. versus Tank Davis.
That's my response right there. Just that loud. I ain't gonna say nothing disrespectful. I ain't gonna size him. I'm gonna just say Shakur Stevenson.
Okay, thank you for that. OT. Go ahead.
Gary Russell, cousin about to hop up here. I got you, D Free. Hold on.
And I'm not saying that that's what's on the table, but I'm not saying that that's what's on the table. It's just with that interview, he was calling out. He said that he is interested in a Loma rematch and with the Tank Smoke. So I'm just saying he said that he's hopping up to 135. I'm just putting it out there for everybody.
I seen one key where he said, I still want to whoop Tank ass in them words.
Exactly. So he's been doing a lot of talking.
Yeah, I can remember Gary showing us on the scale that he was weighing 135 like a year ago when he wanted to fight Tank. So Gary been wanting to fight Tank. I think
it was 140. It was 140 soaking wet on the scale.
Yeah, but I still got to see him at 5. I don't want your first fight to be against the monster.
Facts. I agree with you there. And you coming off a shoulder injury.
Exactly. I want to see you test it first. Like I want to see what you look like at one. Like I don't want to see.
Let's be real. Let's not sit here and act like Tank ain't ever fought anybody with the IQ of a Gary Russell Jr.
I understand that, but still, that is weight class for a reason. He jumping up 2 classes, not 1 but 2.
Bro, I said I agree with you.
Oh yeah, D Free, what's up, man? What you about to chime in on your family about, D Free? Tell us what you.
Oh my God, you look just like him. That is so scary. Hey,
that's his family.
Oh my God. Go ahead, King. How you doing? Thank you for coming up.
I'm good. Now, there's no question that Gary can compete at 135 with Tank Davis. Now, like OTB said, Tank Davis never been in the ring with nobody with the IQ or the boxing ability of a Gary Russell. That will be the first time that Tank Davis ever been in the ring with somebody that can outbox him and outthink him. The only downfall to that is if Tank Davis was to beat Gary Russell, he's not going to get credit for it. They're going to say Gary Russell been out of the ring for 2 years. Gary Russell moved up 2 weight classes. Now, I believe Gary Russell can beat Tank Davis. But like I said, at the same token, if Tank wins, he's not gonna get credit for it. They're gonna find a way to shit on Tank Davis because they're gonna say Gary Russell been out of the ring for 2 years. He's coming off a shoulder injury, and he's moving up 2 weight classes.
Hey D, that's why I say I want to see Gary fight somebody like Pitbull or somebody first to submit himself as a 135 fighter, as to show himself that he's fought somebody at 135 and coming off that long layoff. And I
so
feel
would
like
y'all be okay with him going and getting his smoke back with Loma first?
Yeah, I love that. But see, that's another thing though. Loma's acclimated to that division. I want to see Gary come up there and get acclimated. It's weight classes for a reason. And the man coming off a shoulder injury, get that man a fight first. Pitbull Cruz, it's a semi-tough fight. He a big hitter. He's in there. Gary should be able to use his IQ on him. And if Gary's the IQ specialist like he can, he'll do it just like Giovanni Cabrera did him. Outbox the shit out of Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz can't cut the ring off. He ain't got good angles, but he's a name. If Gary Russell gets out there and he beats Isaac Cruz, then that Tank fight is more valuable for Gary. People are called for that fight. That's what I'm saying. Put yourself in position to get the fight. And D, I know that's your family and everything, but I feel like Gary Russell Jr. has a better chance of fighting Tank and beating him than Antoine Russell.
Yeah, I think Mr. Gary Russell have a better chance of beating Tank than Antoine, only because of the simple fact that Tank is more experienced than Antoine. Tank been in the bigger fights than Antoine, so all that plays into effect. Into effect when it comes to fighting in those big fights. Antoine hasn't been in a big fight.
And he ain't been in there with somebody that can set traps.
Right, and he hasn't been in there with the IQ of a Tank Davis. He's been in there with guys that has a decent IQ, but they didn't have the IQ of a Tank Davis. So Antoine still has a lot to learn in the sport of boxing. Not saying that
you went out, King D. You went out.
Fight. And he only got 18 fights, and he still ain't fighting the quality of opponents that he should be fighting. Like he should have had instead of Rosso actually, because they put Rolly in the spot because Antoine.
He was supposed to fight Puyo. He was supposed to be fighting Puyo for the championship.
But Puyo popped dirty, so he would have been fighting Barroso.
Yeah.
So do you think? So have you heard anything, D? Have you heard any whispers? Because I know y'all close by Baltimore, and I know pretty much y'all all cool. You feel me? As far as like the coaches and everything, but have you heard anything? Because I keep hearing one of the first rumors I heard for potential matchups for Tank was one of the Russell brothers. So have you heard anything or no? I know that's why I'm asking them. I know I'm asking them.
I do know that Mr. Gary is trying to come back. I'm not sure if he's going to come back at 130 and try to fight Chris Colbert, or if he's going to come back at 135. Because he wants that fight with Chris Colbert, and he wants to fight with Tank Davis. He wants both those fights. So I'm not sure which weight class he's going to come back at, but he is trying to come back, and he's not coming back at 126. Now, I do know that Antoine is trying to make that fight. The fight that he said he wants is the Matias fight. That's the fight that he said he wants. So I'm not sure if Mr. Gary is going to come back first, or if Antoine is going to go and try to get the Matias fight.
I want that fight over anybody. I want that fight. I want that fight so bad. Matias versus Gary. We was talking about that before Matias fought. Not everybody talking about Matias. But yeah, that'd be a great fight.
I want that Gary Russell and Chris Colbert, because Chris Colbert was talking that shit to Gary Russell, and I was like, Gary Russell beat the shit out of Colbert. I would love to see that fight.
Yeah, I know. I do know that those are two fights that he's talking about. He's trying to get. So I'm not sure which one he's going to go after. But those he's been wanting Tank Davis since Tank Davis was at 126. He's been wanting Tank Davis, and Floyd prevented that fight. Floyd didn't want Tank Davis to get in there with Gary, so that fight been pushed to the side for years. But Gary still wants that fight with Tank Davis. He still believes that Tank Davis can't stand in the ring with him, so he wants that fight.
Yeah, Tank was still a rookie. He was still a rookie when he was down there with Gary. Gary was trying to get Gary was trying to kill a little pup. Tank ain't a pup no more.
Well, Gary feel like his feet gonna get him out of that fight. He feel like his feet gonna keep him, you know what I mean, in that fight.
Hey,
he feel like
Tank got feet too. Tank got feet too. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: Gary moving up in weight is gonna slow your feet down. That weight slows your feet down. Remember that.
Well, Gary don't really use his feet like that. He does pivot a lot, but he don't really move around the ring. He uses his head and his upper body more so than his footwork. Now he still got fast feet.
I felt like he beat Mark Messiah with one arm though. I lost money on that shit.
I gave Gary that fight because Mark Messiah, he was throwing a lot of shots, but a lot of those shots wasn't landed.
He was getting pieced up.
And Gary was the one that landed the most significant punch, and he only had one hand at the time.
Yeah, he went
dropped
up and
Masayo.
yeah, he was going up and down on that man with one hand. I said, man, he went to the body then the head. You gonna rob a man like that? Took my money.
So and that's
D3,
why
as much as
Masayo
Gary
never
don't use his feet, as much as Gary don't use his feet, Tank ain't never fought nobody with feet that fast as Gary. So when you got to catch somebody and they got fast feet plus head movement, you understand? We just seen how hard it was for Regis. So I just want everybody to take into context. You understand what we talking about when
we seen when Esau Cruz was trying to catch Tank, and Tank was on the move. Tank got fast feet too. Don't trip. He got fast feet too.
What a lot of people don't know is Mr. Gary walks around at like around 140. So when y'all seeing him working out and he's training, he's like around 135, between 130 and 135. He's cutting weight to get down to 126. So we see the fast hands and the fast feet at 135. When we see him training, he's at like 135. He's still cutting weight. So it ain't like he can't fight at that weight. He can definitely fight at that weight. He was just fighting at 126 because he was trying to fight those champions, but they avoided him.
Well, if you recall, Chris Colbert and Rio 2 is, I think, this weekend, Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be perfect if they fight. Yeah, if they fight Colbert, I got Colbert winning. So if Colbert wins, come on, tell Gary, come on.
I got Errol winning this one. I felt like he won the first one.
Yeah, I felt like Arroyo won the first one as well. I mean, it is what it is. That's why a lot of times you can't, if you get your man hurt, you can't leave it in the hand of the judges because you never know what they're looking at. Because I think Arroyo, when he dropped Colbert, I think he should have stepped on the gas, but he tried to play it too safe.
Yeah, because he had just been knocked out. He was just coming off getting knocked out by De Los Santos. So then Rayo had a little bit of defensive responsibility, and he realized I can't just be running in trying to throw these in the club ass punches. And shit, Colbert eased this way, pointed him out.
Yeah, but Colbert is not a big puncher like that, so that was the one that you should have ran in like that. He's not a big puncher.
Well, I think I'm excited to see what the Russells do. I'm praying. That's just the chatter I've been hearing when it comes to Tank or 135. He recently did that interview. He did say he would want to run it back with Loma. That'd be a good fight. But I do feel as though he should probably test the waters before he go after. You know what I'm saying? Like a Tank or a Loma first. Like get in there, because I don't want nobody trying to diminish Mr. Gary. That's for sure.
I think Gary should come back and get in there with Shakur Stevenson. He wanted that fight at 126 as well.
Facts. He damn sure did.
That'd be an interesting fight.
All the smoke. Gary want all the smoke. Dude punched on Terrence Crawford. Dude ain't no fearing dude.
No, he not scared of nobody. He'll get in there with anybody. That was the reason why he stayed out for so long, because he didn't want to fight no bums. He wanted the top competition. He didn't want to fight no bums. And a lot of people told him, "Hey man, just fight anybody." He's like, "No, I want the top guys. I don't want no bums. If I can't get the top guys, I'm only fighting my mandatory. That's it. I don't want no bums."
I feel you with that. Ray, welcome up. Salute King. What you got for me, King?
Oh, I just love how this parallel from Pernell Whitaker, because that's the only guy I ever seen with a similar defensive style and quick hands was Gary. And I I love how that just paralleled in. Yeah, I think that he does need a little brush up, but it doesn't have to be nobody outside the top 10. But then once he gets that brush up, he does need to fight one of these guys. He called them all out, and he also he always showed that he's a warrior at heart. So having that in his pedigree, I think that's going to bring a lot out of Gary, and it's going to make an entertaining fight for whoever he fights at that division, whether it's Tank, Shakur, Loma, Frank Martin even, which would be a great fight. I think they're similar in stature too, in style. So that'd be great. I'd like to see any of those guys fight him.
That's a really good. Yeah, that's a really good point. That is true too. I would like to see it all fight. Like OTD said, man, we ready for the big fights. And I think that the way with the landscape of boxing, what it is right now, we ain't got no choice. I think that all I can say to y'all, man, is 2024 is going to be lit. And speaking of lit, man, Terrence Crawford posted a video of him back in the gym. There's rumors circulating that they already got the fight date and everything lined up. Everything's getting worked out. He still looks in shape. The man still look good. Can't hate. Of course, nothing from Spence. Spence still, been silently doing his thing. We don't know where he's at. But what do y'all got for that? Like, are we excited about the comeback? Bud looked good in that video. I don't know if y'all seen it. He posted it yesterday. Bud looked dang on good. Everything. So 2 cents, what you got on that, Queen? And after 2 cents, we'll go to Coach Amber. Go ahead.
Man, I'm excited. I can't wait for the rematch. I got a video up that says the rematch is more important than the first fight because of all the, the accusations and things that's going around, and nobody knew what was wrong, and something ain't look right, and it just was too many questions. We got more questions after that first fight than we got answers. So I'm looking forward to the rematch. I hope this fight goes better and we can get a more competitive fight, and we can finally just put an end to and squash the beef, which if Errol wins this fight, once again, we're going to be back arguing back and forth because we're going to have to wait for the trilogy. But I'm excited. I can't wait to see this fight. I hope everything's okay with Errol. Everything's all good with Errol, and he's doing what he needs to do in order to be more competitive in this next fight.
Is it on Coach Amber?
Yeah, it's on Coach Amber.
Coach Amber,
Coach
you
Amber,
there?
you there?
I don't think she's there.
Sorry, my mic. For whatever reason, I gotta calibrate this touchscreen. You're gonna have to show me. I'm gonna always rock with Errol. At some point, I am a fan. I love the sport. You're gonna have to show me. And when I say that, I mean Bud and Errol. The both of yous. You're gonna have to show me. Like, show me something. I don't want to get too far into it about how Errol looked and all that good stuff. I believe in my guy. I believe in the universe, and so I'm not even going to put that in the universe. But regardless, Errol's always going to be my guy. Simply
After
because.
that ass whooping, what would Bud need to show you, Coach Amber?
Say it again.
I said after the ass whooping he gave Errol, what will Bud need to show you in this fight?
Oh, he gonna have to show me he real, and he gonna have to show. You know what? I ain't even gonna do that. I almost walked into that. Nah, I almost walked into that. But yeah, gotta see counters. Nope. He gonna have to show me his real. Show me his real, baby. Show me his real. That's what I got on that.
Alrighty, I feel you with that. Coach Amber coming out swinging. What you got? Let's go to OTB. What you think, King?
Man,
or if you want to respond to what 2 cents.
All these excuses. I done heard we done got questions more than when you get your ass whooped like that. I don't even want to see this fight again, y'all. I have always felt like, and Up know this, D-Free know this, anybody who is on my channel know this. I never felt like EJ could stand in the ring for a second with dude. Unless he's about to change his style. And I mean that by not rely so much on the consistency, the pressure that Errol has out that we praise Errol for. Like, that's the only way you gonna beat Bud, man. You gotta calculate with dudes. You gotta set some traps with dude. And Errol has never displayed any of those characteristics. So dog walking part 2 is what's coming. It's gonna be a whole lot of teeth on the mat.
Damn, that's how you coming on TV?
Hey, Keith, that's how I've been coming for 4 years. Shit, it ain't no secret. I've been knew Bud was gonna fuck him up.
Bud been in
Lord
Division
Jesus.
5, Earl been in at 10, but that's a discussion for another day.
Okay, already. Bullet Gibson, what you got on that, King?
Errol Spence, 10th round knockout.
Yeah, man down.
Hey, tell me
Damn,
how
okay.
you gonna do it, bro.
He gonna break his ass down. Ain't nothing else. I can't speak for Earl. I'm gonna just keep it like Earl doing. He being quiet in the gym work. Bud a bad motherfucker. Bud already did everything he needed to do. Bud proving everybody wrong that discredited him. Bud is the truth. He is the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world right now. And still, Errol Spence, 10th round knockout.
I feel you with that. D, you laughing? D, you laugh. Go ahead. What you got for me, King? Go ahead, D.
Well, they fighting at 54, right?
I would assume so. It hasn't been revealed yet, but I assume so.
We don't know that yet.
Well, I'll tell you this: if they are fighting at 54, I think Bud probably will still win. I mean, I like both these guys. I don't have a dog in the race because I don't have a favorite fighter. I like both of them. I think Bud probably will still win only because of the stylistic matchup. But what I will say is, I believe it will be more competitive this go around because regardless of what people may think or whatever, what I saw somebody that didn't look right in that fight. And I'm not saying what it was, whatever it may have been. I just saw a man that didn't look right in the fight. So I believe that this go around, I believe it will be a more competitive fight if everything is okay with Earl. I think it'd be more competitive, but I still think that Bud probably will pull it out. But I don't think it's going to be the same outcome that we saw last time. I mean, it might end in a knockout, but it's not going to be the same way that it ended. I think it would be more competitive.
Okay, all right. I'm not even mad at you about that.
More competitive, D Free. All he got to do is pinch Bud. Shit.
Oh, whatever. Bomac said for the record, Bomac said that he's gonna get Spence up out of there quicker, probably around 4. I'm like, ooh, shots fired. Before I get to Ray Davis, hold on. Let me shout out to everybody just that's still coming in. Jay Dixon, T Orlando, how you doing, King? Hope work is going good. Let me see. I got Jay Smith. How you doing? Make sure I got everybody. JD, shout out to you, King. How you doing? And I think that's it. I think that's everybody that just came in. So Ray Davis, are we going to have a voice of reason, or is the panel going to be officially divided? Well, we got Crawford looking good with the workouts, man. Go ahead.
Divided. I'm with Bullet, 10th round. And I'm going to tell you why. After I seen a man that actually sits at his weight, develop power, and be comfortable and more fluid in his boxing skills that we knew he had, I think Earl can move. If they're 54 or 60, God bless you, that's my son. 160 or 154, I think Earl dominates this fight. I think he sets the tone early, and he just punishes him. I'm looking at the trilogy, no doubt. That's it.
Oh, okay. So we got everybody's basically nobody got this round. Is it official? Can I officially say that nobody has this fight going 12? Everybody is with the whole knockout 10, 9, 10, 4. So basically nobody has this.
I'm gonna stand with Bo on 4.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just say, I'm of course this man down. You know what I'm saying? I'm always go man down. But I wouldn't be surprised. Let me just say that. I just think sometimes I said this before, right after the fight happened. Sometimes somebody just got your card. And my whole thing is Bo Magnum is on record saying that they've been watching Errol Spence for 5 years. They've been studying this man. And what can you change up with the next fight that erases 5 years of work? That's really hard to do, y'all. Like, I don't know. I'm going with Earl, but I wouldn't be surprised that, but wins. I wonder what the betting odds are going to be. Do y'all think it's going to be a 5-1 situation like with Devin and Regis, or like a 4 to? Oh, thank you, OTB. Thanks, guys.
Nah, Bud definitely gonna be the favorite. He have to be the favorite by automatic default. If he not the favorite,
was the
then
favorite the first fight.
Yeah, but I'm talking about an even more
Bud
bigger
was the
favorite.
favorite the first.
I think he's gonna be like an astronomical favorite, like on some real junk. Well, maybe not, but I'm just assuming he should be. He should be.
Was the first
Yeah, I agree.
fight-
I think Bud got the
I asked
favorite.
everybody this question: how competitive did y'all think the first fight was?
Okay, OTB. What are you trying to do? Rub salt in the wound?
Right.
I'm just saying we talking about odds, and we talking about odds for a fight that wasn't competitive.
Okay, it wasn't.
Can I ask you a quick question? Because I know they're trying to close out. Okay, my wife, who doesn't even she follows boxing, but not really. Like, it irritates her because it takes time away from her. The night of the fight, when he was getting out of the car, she was like, "What's wrong with him?" And my stomach turned. I was like, "Don't say that." She was like, "What's wrong with him?" My stomach literally turned, and I had to sit there and watch that. And she was like, "What's wrong with him?" And she's ignorant to it. Like that. Oh my God. Yeah, that was a hard night to sleep. If she doesn't even follow boxing like that, she's like, "What's wrong with him?" Because she knows what he looks like and everything. She's like, "Why he look like that?" For my wife to tell me that, that made my stomach turn. And that was before the bell rang.
Well, my only problem with that, Coach Amber, is we seen this man come out against Danny Garcia after flipping a Lambo. We seen this man come out against you guys after eye surgery. So on the night when the stage is the biggest, I'm not hearing no excuses.
Bro, that's not an excuse. That's an observation.
I agree with OTB though. There ain't no excuses. No, I'm gonna say. It's an excuse. Well, it's not necessarily an excuse because what Coach Amber just said was an observation. But it's an excuse for some of the fans. Some of the things, bro, people been saying is outrageous. It's like, come on now. Motherfucker doctor said, oh, he had cardiovascular dystrophy or some crazy shit. Like, Bud just won. Like, Bud won the fight, bro, fair and square. Even though I felt like, it's an excuse. Whatever I'm gonna say right now is an excuse. I'm honestly say. Even though I felt like that wasn't the best Earl. I've seen Earl perform better than that. That is 100% an excuse on my end. And still, Errol Spence, 10th round knockout.
I would say that's an excuse if you use that to the reason why he lost. But for somebody that's a casual that don't follow boxing like that, that's not an excuse. That's just something that they see that they normally don't see. That's not an excuse. They just normally don't see.
No, sir, that was a question. I didn't use it as an excuse.
Nobody is saying
I use it as a question.
Nobody is saying this is why he lost. We're saying this is why the fight wasn't as competitive. And that's why I say it's more questions.
Your phone, you're going in and out, Queen. Yes, we can hear you. You're perfect. 2 cents. You're still going in and out. Well, let me just say this.
Yes, go ahead.
My
signal messed up.
Go ahead. A lot can happen. I mean, we've seen it with the Shakur fight, so an alleged hand injury. It happens in boxing when there's injuries. I think before Thurman fought Pacquiao, there were words that, there was reports that Thurman was got really, really drunk the previous night. had a wild time.
Adrian
So
Broner had to make him go to bed at 7 o'clock in the morning. He had been up all night in the casino.
okay. So there's a lot of things that can happen before a fight. Things change. You feel me? But at the same time, it does boil down to skills in a fight. And what I'm hearing is OTB feels as though it don't matter what would have happened. Bud was just a better fighter than Errol Spence. Am I hearing that correctly, OTB?
Yeah, and Upper notice, D Free notice. I always felt like Errol was too dependent on that jab. When you give Terrence Crawford's biggest asset to his special gift, besides that 74-inch reach, is his timing.
And
OTB.
that's the
give me
exact reason
80
why I
times
wanted
to
to.
time your jab, I'ma tear your ass up.
But see, that's the exact
OTB.
reason why I want. That's the exact reason why I want the rematch, so there wouldn't be no questions out there.
Right.
This is a discussion for another day because
if Earl is 100% and Bud does the same thing, then there's no question. Bud is just that much better than Earl. There's no question. But
there are so many things wrong with that statement, but
if Earl is 100% and Earl makes this fight
competitive, he went all out,
or he wins this fight, then okay, everybody has something to. They had something to what they were seeing the first time.
See, and this make me respect Errol Spence more than anything because he ain't say none of the shit that I'm hearing his fans say. All he said, he was the better man tonight. Come back and I'm getting mines next year. And he's doing that. You understand? But when it comes to the boxing community, it's like, oh, I've heard he was high. Shit, once you get punched in the face, your high gone.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. OTB.
No, that's a Texas thing. Don't cry now.
Let me ask you this.
Don't
OTB.
cry now.
If
you hear him say that shit again, Coach Amber?
If Earl would have did that to Bud and Bud would have looked like Earl was looking, would you say, hey, something might have been wrong with Bud?
What do you mean?
Would
like,
you have
hold on,
said,
bro? Like you say, if I would have
did, if Bud would have looked like Earl and Earl did that to Bud, I said, would you have said something might have been wrong with Bud?
If Earl would have had that type of success that Bud had, Bud's known for starting.
Absolutely, I would have been like, "What's wrong?"
Hold on. Bud's known for starting off slow. So if Earl would have had that type of success, all I would have been able to say is that Earl is being Earl. Bud normally starts off slow. He let the steamroll get rolling, and it rolled over his ass. Like I kept telling you, D Free, on several occasions, like I told you up. That was the main thing that we had to worry about as Terrence Crawford fans was him starting off slow. Yet
but at the end of the good. I was saying, at the end of the day, we never seen.
Then Errol is just being Errol.
We never seen Bud fight anybody since he's been a contender like that. Never. He was like putting on a display. Like he was outclassing this dude, man. It was like a junior peewee football player to a high schooler, man, or a college player. It was definitely off to two different sides of the field. One-sided.
But bro, that's what I felt like I seen when I watched film. When I watch film on Errol and Bud, so I feel like I see two different sides of the field.
So you saw Mean Machine look better than Earl in film.
Me or OTB?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Is David Avanesian better than Earl? That's what
David
I was gonna ask.
And
can you let me know how my mic is?
However, Mean Machine was able to capitalize off of the things that off of the lapses that Bud had.
Do you believe that do you believe that David Avanesian is a better fighter than Errol Spence Jr.?
You gotta give me some reason that you using David Avanesian.
Well, he was tagging.
OTB know where we going with it. He ain't going to admit that none of those guys are better than Errol. He ain't going to admit none of those guys are better than Earl. OTB, you already know. You already know. You are not going to
But
admit
you
none of
know,
those guys
D Free,
are
I
better
felt
than
like
Earl.
Earl's strength is his pressure. His best punch is his jab. I seen
Hey.
Sean Porter have success against Earl in the pocket. So I know that you can beat him in the pocket.
Yeah, Sean Porter was the only one that had success with Earl in the pocket because Earl fought Sean Porter's fight.
Exactly, and like I said, he opened up. So
Also,
what do we see?
Earl,
We
also
see
Sean
down
Porter
in the
fought a.
pocket
No,
when Earl
hold
opened
on,
up.
bro. You've been talking the whole time. Hold on. Earl also fought a Sean Porter, and Earl just had fat camp. He didn't have no strength and conditioning. Sean Porter fought a 50% of Earl. Now, everybody know OTB. I've been letting you sit here and cap for a minute because that's your boy. You got the win. But everybody know Earl wasn't right. Everybody know Earl wasn't right. You know Earl wasn't right. You know them guys had David Benavidez took Bud to the last 20 seconds of the fight. He was destroying Bud's body. Come on now. I mean, Jose Benavidez. You know damn well Earl was fucked up in that damn fight. So let's stop the cap now, bro. Come on.
I'm about to say,
Bro,
even the guys.
Hold on, because he just said I'm capping. So I ain't tell you he was gonna beat his ass.
Bro,
a year before
you know
the
damn
fight.
well that shit wasn't the
Did
same,
he
bro.
beat his ass?
Bro.
Did he beat his ass?
Bro, first
so
off,
ain't no cap here.
Okay, bro, it's a motherfucking cap, dog. The man,
I told you he was gonna beat his
the motherfucker
ass,
had
and
fucking
he
broken
did.
rib. We seen the man didn't want to fight the man until he got in another car accident. The man, when he first fought David Avanesian, they asked him, who did he want to fight? Man, we got to go back and check. Soon as Errol get in another damn car accident, when the car got totaled, he said, yo, Errol, you can spin the block again. He didn't want to see that man while that man was still healthy. As soon as he beat Ugas' ass, he called that man. That man didn't want that shit. So, bro, stop fucking capping, dog.
Hey, all I'm going to say to OTB is, you ain't got to take our word for it, but some of the people that even picked Bud to win that fight said Earl didn't look right. They said Earl didn't, and they picked Bud to win that fight, but they said Earl didn't look right. So, I mean,
it's not that I'm not denying that he didn't look right. I'm saying it don't fucking matter to me. Okay, you know why? Because I always felt like Bud was gonna whoop his ass the way he did.
Well, he should have fought his ass after he fought.
So when he did, I wasn't surprised.
I was.
Nor can I make an excuse for why it happened.
Okay, the man had a damn 2-year layoff. The man couldn't even spar because he had broken ribs because Bud didn't want to fight him until after he got in another damn car accident, bro. Let's not act like we don't know what the fuck happened.
Bud told that man we could fight with no belts. Errol told him, I'm gonna get these belts, then we could fight.
Tell Bud to fight him at 154.
That was Errol's choice.
Tell him to stop stalling down.
No excuses.
Upper, can you drop the link for Coach Amber?
Tell him to stop.
Thank you.
And fight him. Because he the one stalling the fight out now, asking for so much fucking money. And the man can't do more than damn 6,000 pay-per-views by himself. David Avanesian did under 6,000 pay-per-views.
So who said, let me get these belts and then we gonna fight?
Dude, he tried to fight the man.
Okay,
no. There you go again. Yeah, bro, let me finish talking. Let me finish talking sometimes. You've been talking the whole time, bro. Let somebody else talk. Damn. Just because you over talking somebody don't make it right. Now, they was at the Maurice Hooker fight. He told Bob Arum and him set the fight up 11 times in that video. And they kept glossing over the fact. That man said, by the time we fight, they're going to say you weight drained and I done made you wait too long. He was trying to fight him that night. And go back and watch the video. 11 times he asked for the fight. So let's not keep pushing narratives. Ain't no narratives getting pushed over here.
Hey,
we keep it 100 over here.
Hey, can I go now?
Go ahead.
Ain't that the same video that he told him, I'm about to get these belts first and then we gonna do this?
But then when Bud started talking, he said, fuck
I know that's the same video.
No. Now,
I know that's the same video, right?
No. Now, hold on. Now, after they kept talking for a minute, did Errol not say, fuck it, let's do it? Did he not say that? He said, fuck them belts. He said, let's do it. And then that's what Bob's about, nah. And that's when Bud started talking all that other shit, bro. When the man said, let's do it, when he said it's up there, the man didn't want it up there. He want to start feeling on the man's muscles and shit. That's what he did. Start caressing that man and shit. Let's keep it real.
Upper, can you drop the link when you get a chance?
He started feeling on his muscles. Oh, you so strong and big.
Y'all are
No, man, you look
funny.
little.
Oh no, me
Upper,
and
can
him
you
go
drop
through,
the link for Coach?
me and him go through this shit all the damn time, Key.
I know. I was saying, can you
Yeah,
drop
don't
the
none of
link for
y'all
Coach?
mind me up, y'all. We've been doing this, man.
We instantaneous adversaries. We do this.
Facts. and me and bro, like, man, that's all love. That's my
That's my
brother
nigga.
from another mother. We
That's my
talk
nigga. We gonna talk
outside
our
of
shit.
YouTube. Like, bro got
Yeah,
my
we
number.
gonna talk shit though. We gonna talk our shit.
Period.
But it ain't nothing personal with me and him.
Nah, hell nah. That's my brother, y'all. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted.
No, that's very, very beautiful to hear. But when it comes, this was actually hilarious. The panel is divided. I'm trying to wait for Coach Amber to get up here because I know she got something to say to OTB or to any claims that were made up here. So Coach is up here. Coach, what you got for me, Queen? What you got to add to this?
Oh, be ruffling some feathers.
Coach, you there?
Hey, HHU, you ain't gonna be talking about my guy BFTB over here, man. Y'all clap that nigga, dog. Goodbye. That's my nigga. We ain't doing that over here.
Period.
Well, until Coach Amber
Yeah, I'm here.
is ready. Okay, go ahead, Coach. Is there anything that you wanted to add on with this with the Errol versus Spence, Crawford being back in the gym, looking good?
Negative.
You good? Okay.
Show me.
Go ahead.
Again, show me your toolbox.
What
Show
the
me
hell
your
did you and
toolbox.
Orlando
If they
say
were
to you,
women, I'd
dumb
be like,
son of a
show me your
bitch?
up under your skirts. Show me your toolbox. Show me your toolbox. Even playing field. That's all I got.
That's the same motherfucker that was on KQKC earlier starting shit. You gone. I bet that's King's stupid ass.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be a good, interesting fight. Again, you guys, no fight date has been announced. But I can't say from the video that Bud posted, which I mean, there's no secret. Bud is always in the gym, but Bud is back actively working out. He put that video out for a reason. So I can't wait to see. Hopefully, we got a set date lined up for next year, 2024. I wouldn't be surprised if it's again in the summertime.
Not yet.
After the Canelo.
Not yet, T. Orlando. Right now, they said ain't enough money in the fight because Bud is asking for a huge guarantee again after he just got that terrific back end. Like, the man just seen how PBC worked, but he still is trying to get his guarantee, even though he's not the one that brought in all the sales. So they're trying to discuss it because they're not trying to put that much money up front again because they don't feel like the fight going to do as good as the first one. And the first one underperformed. So they're trying to negotiate with Bud and see if they can get him to get his number down lower. Because for some reason, he feel like he's the cash cow, even though he hasn't sold nothing except for with EJ. After he just did a 6,000 pay-per-view buy on BLK Prime. He did 6,000 with David Avanesian. Everybody on the fight card didn't even get paid until months later. They tried to double swipe people. They had listed a $400,000 gate, but he's trying to ask for big money again. So right now they stalling the fight out because they're not trying to pay Bud that money.
I thought that if it was my understanding that all of this was taken care of the first negotiations, so they wouldn't have to deal with this, and the only thing that would have to be decided on was the weight.
That's what I thought too.
Well,
But
Bud wants more money. He wants more money.
I was gonna say, who's the common denominator in the disruption?
Exactly.
I don't think that the first fight underperformed because up until Tank and Ryan fought, everybody every panel that I went to, everybody was talking about it's going to do like 600,000, it's going to do 700,000. So I think it did pretty much what everybody said it was going to do. It wasn't until Ryan and Tank did $1 million that they were like, oh, well, Bud and Errol should do $1 million because Ryan and Tank did $1 million and there wasn't no bet on line.
But guess what, D Free? You know something? I one of the ones that said it'd do about 600,000-700,000, right? But the fight got made after the Ryan and Tank fight because they see how much Ryan and Tank sold. So this is the fight everybody wasn't nobody talking about Ryan and Tank the way people been talking about Errol and Crawford for the last 4-5 years. So they put in stock that Errol and Crawford would at least, like Showtime and PBC thought they would at least crack a meal, and they didn't. They were 350,000 shorter than that. So, but now Crawford is still asking for a huge guarantee as well. Like, so they're not thinking that this fight's going to do as good as the last one. And so if it doesn't do as good as the last one, and Crawford's still asking for a little bit more than what he asked for last fight. So they're not about to put that guarantee out there. Like Crawford said he want like 35 mil guaranteed. They're not about to do that.
No,
That don't even make
getting,
sense.
He not getting no $35 million guarantee. Period. I mean, unless your name is Canelo Alvarez, you ain't getting no $35 million guarantee.
And Canelo got $100 million for 3 fights, which is 35 million just about. And now Crawford feels like since he's 2-time undisputed, and since all that, he feel like he the cash cow. It don't work that way. Just because you beat Errol Spence, you're not still a bigger draw than Errol Spence. Errol Spence, I'll sell that man, dude. Your fans don't like you, dog. Like for real. Like they don't even wear your face. You just did
what a lot of people got to realize is
I've been saying for years.
Errol and Bud.
Y'all know Errol have the highest amount of streamed fights of any boxer in boxing.
Yes, I mean people made their channels off Errol Spence. Look, man, I started my channel off making Errol Spence videos. I became monetized in 1 month off making Errol Spence videos. I got like 1,400 subscribers in 1 month
in boxing.
But what a lot of fans have to realize is Errol and Bud are fighting to the same fan base. The reason why Tank and Ryan did so much is because it's 2 different fan bases. You got the Mexican fan base and the African American fan base.
And you got the
Earl and Bud are fighting with the same fan base.
And then you got the youngsters. You got the Generation Z and shit.
Yeah, tell them.
Hey, yo, Free, just check this though. But when he fought Avanesian, he had to compete against an R&B singer, and he didn't do nothing. So
he did 6,000.
At the end of the day, he ain't selling. He's not selling.
No, but I'm just saying that's the reason why it's not going to do $1 million, because you're fighting against the same fan base. The same people that like Earl, he has some fans that like Bud as well. You have some fans that only like Bud and some fans that only like Earl.
If they would have fought after the Ugas fight, it would have did $1 million. It would have did $1 million after the Ugas fight. But it's just kept going. After that Avanesian fight, it lost its steam, dog. Like,
they stalled it out too long. I agree with
it probably would have hit $1 million. It probably would have hit $1 million.
But when he only done 6,000 pay-per-views versus David Avanesian, and then everybody thought the fight was coming up that year, like last year, we all was anticipating, even Allen Iverson. He went and bought his fit and everything. Like when AI bought that, hell, me and my wife, we even reserved tickets, man. We had to end up doing something else in Vegas that time, bro. Like I'd never do that shit again. But you know, like we got tricked. Fans got tricked. They was mad. Like that shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like damn, I would have rather seen the Thurman fight or something. Him versus Thurman.
He ain't getting no 35 guarantee though. I can tell you that right now. I don't care if PBC got $1 billion daggone budget. He ain't getting no 35 million guarantee.
And that's what he needs to work on. He needs to understand that, because that's why he's trying to get the Canelo fight. He's trying to get that big guarantee. And he don't realize he gonna get a flat fee versus Canelo. So I don't know what the hell he's thinking.
Well, speaking of, I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Last topic of the day, guys, is Frank Martin has come out and has said that he is pursuing William Zepeda. How do we feel about that? Talk to me. Let's start with it's a good fight. I think it is too. So Frank
undefeated. William Zepeda undefeated. He ducked Shakur. I would like to see Frank Martin versus William Zepeda. That's a quality opponent. I think he like 35-0, right? But William Zepeda is the next thing, and they say he can crack. Frank Martin, that'd be a high test. If Frank Martin get in there and fight William Zepeda, he been in that fight. Had one of the best resumes because he fought Artyom Hayuan. He fought Michelle Rivera, even though I feel like Michelle Rivera was weight drained, because if you look at Michelle Rivera now, that boy's hot. And
to be fair, he was taking diuretics. He was taking diuretics.
Frank got a resume that people got to respect.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so what you got? Let's start OTB. Frank Martin versus William Zepeda could be in 2024. What do you think about that?
That's a money main event fight. You understand? And yeah, Williams Zepeda can crack. He got power in that right hand. We ain't seen Frank Martin fight nobody with that type of power, with one hitter quitter power. You understand? Frank Martin ain't fought none of them. For those of y'all who don't know, I seen Frank Martin fight Frank Martin from the east side of Detroit. I seen him fight and lose to a fighter from Columbus named Shakir Stevenson as an amateur. And to see what Derek James has done with this kid's career.
He lost to who?
A kid from Columbus named Shakir Stevenson, I believe.
You talking about Shakur?
Nah, It's a fighter from Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
It's Stuyvesant. It's Stuyvesant.
Stuyvesant. Hey, you know he also beat Virgil Ortiz. I mean, Virgil is an amateur too.
Yeah, and that's my thing that you understand I never liked about Virgil is Virgil always fought in these weight classes where he was much bigger than everybody he fought. You understand? And when we look at Virgil now, and it's taking him forever to move up, like he had to almost die before he moved up to 154. Like, you understand? So I've always questioned Virgil's talent.
That's what we're doing. I was gonna say that's what we're doing.
So make sure you watch out about that. But yeah, Frank Martin dropped Virgil in the amateurs, dropped them off.
Yeah,
he did. No. He did in a 3-round fight, and that wasn't an advancing tournament. That was actually a case show, but we can talk about that later.
Ortiz versus Frank Martin. Frank Martin dropped him, but you know that was Virgil when Virgil was fighting at one. I think they was at 140 at the time because I think Frank moved down to 135.
Yeah, we can talk about the age difference, but continue.
Frank was known as a power puncher.
Yeah, but he dropped that weight, and you know what happens when you drop that weight? Your power goes some with it.
And that's why I give that much respect to Derek James. And y'all know I'm not a Derek James fan. You understand? But to see what he did with Frank Martin made me really respect Derek as a trainer, as a person, you understand, and as a man. So I'm excited about that fight. I think him and Williams Zepeda is a big fight. I think that's a main event fight at that. And I applaud Frank Martin for wanting that fight after you passed up on the Shakur Stevenson fight.
His last 4 fights have been main event.
I ain't felt like all of them should have been main events, though.
I think Michelle Rivera should have been.
The Michelle Rivera was a main event. Who did he fight before Michelle Rivera?
The dude that Rolly cheated on, Jackson Marinez.
Jackson Marinez. That wasn't a main event fight.
Hey.
Well, you got to get your stock out there some way, you know. But I feel you though, OTB. I definitely understand where you're coming from. Let's see. Bullet Gibson, what you got for me, King? Frank Martin and Williams Zepeda, possible fight 2024. Is Bullet there? Okay, well, I'm going to go to Ray Davis. What you got, King? Frank Martin versus Williams Zepeda, possible matchup in 2024.
My fault. I was here. I was listening to something.
Okay, hold on, Ray. Go ahead, Bullet.
Said Frank Martin versus Williams Zepeda.
Frank Martin has called out. Frank Martin has called out Williams Zepeda.
I know Oscar said something about it's like he's trying to hide him and telling Frank to go focus on Shakur or something like that. So I don't know if Oscar will actually let that fight happen, but I think Frank Martin will start off a little slow. I think Williams Zepeda hand speed. Frank Martin actually has really good, extremely good reflexes. He's athletic. He's really athletic. And I think through time, he will break Williams Zepeda down like around 8th and 9th round. I don't know if he'll get a stoppage, but I think he will drop him and he'll win on points in a close fight.
Okay, already. Ray Davis, what you got for me, King? Frank Martin versus Williams Zepeda, possible showdown 2024.
Salute the Bullet. He in my head. I was saying the same thing, but I was just going to add a little Sean Porter to it. I see the pressure coming with Frank if that does happen, and then I see the the attacks on the body like Errol, and then I just see some hand speed and defense coming out of there. And as we see Frank all the time, and him I think he's going to drop him and win. I think it's a 9th or 10th round KO or stoppage in that fight. That's how I look at it.
Okay, interesting. Coach Amber, Queen, what you got? William versus Frank. Possible showdown.
Run it. Just like I said the other day, I believe in consistency. Run it. I need both of you gentlemen to open up your toolbox and show me who is bigger. Yes, sir.
Is she speaking?
Yeah, we hear her. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
I said I can't hear Amber. Can you?
Yeah, I could hear Coach.
Yeah, we heard her.
I can hear you, sir.
Oh, damn. That must be my thing. Okay.
Go ahead, Coach.
It's just a trainer in me. Open up your toolbox. I need to see what you got. I want to see what you got. And I have no problem with running it. My favorite fighter doesn't have to do with their record. It semi has to do with their accomplishments, but at the same time, I love the way Frank fights. He started late. He pivots beautifully. The way he pivots, like that's God given. That's God given. And the fact that he chose Derek James for the fundamentals, that was a right move. Run it. And if he lose, I still love the way he fight. And that's what's wrong with boxing fans. Boxing fans are so disrespectful. As soon as a fighter takes an L, they're so quick to shit on them. Frank is nice. Run it. In my opinion, run it. I want to see it. Truly athletic. He's working on the fundamentals. Run it. And if he lose, cool. And if he don't, well, hell, it's off to the races.
I feel you with that. I feel you with that. 2 cents, Queen. What you got for me with this comment, with this topic?
I'm gonna make it quick because my signal bad, but I think it'll be a good scrap. Hopefully after this fight, it'll lead Frank Martin to getting one of the big fights. Hopefully he can get a tank fight. I think that would be a good scrap also. So I like how Frank Martin is constantly stepping it up in competition. And I don't know. A lot of people hate on Frank Martin, but I think he's a great fighter and he's getting better every fight.
I feel you with that. Well, when it comes to this topic, I'm ending with this. Bullet, I already know what I've been saying about Frank Martin for months now. Get this man off the chessboard. Hurry up and fight somebody gonna have to. If you think you can beat him, line him up and fight him. You know what I'm saying? Because Frank Martin has a very good coach behind him, as OTB indicated. And also, Frank Martin, although he doesn't have the amateur pedigree and the big stages, with going through amateurs or the Olympics and everything else. One thing that Frank Martin does have that a lot of fighters lack is he's an on-the-go learner. He learns after every fight that I've seen him in. He's one of very few fighters that each of his fights does not look the same. So he's learning as he go, and he's just putting more and more things, just gathering more and more tools, as Coach Amber indicated, in his toolbox. And if somebody don't get him off the chessboard, by the time, and I know he's older, I think Frank Martin is about 28, 27, 28 or so. By the time that man 30, 31, man, I give him a year. I give him one more year. He get a good 2 or 3 fights underneath his belt like a Zepeda. It's over with. It's OV. I think the only person that he will have to go toe-to-toe with, a boxer puncher, is a Tank Davis that can really go on with speed. Because right now I still have Shakur beating Frank Martin. But if I see him in the next couple fights, because it sounded like he's trying to get in the ring in 2024, if I see him and he just keep increasing his skills, stepping up his skill level, Frank Martin is going to be a tough rodeo for anybody. He's that good to me. I think he's an excellent fighter. And I know Bullet has he's always heard me say somebody better hurry up and get that boy off the chessboard. Just like with Abdullah Mason, just like with Vargas. It's just something I see with these fighters. I'm like, yo, these are gonna be they're gonna be problems soon. And Frank Martin, I knew he was gonna be a problem when I seen him fight last year, really during the pandemic when he was knocking boys out, putting boys down. I said, yeah, he up next. I already knew it. So that's what I got. If he fights Zepeda or not, I still want him to fight Shakur. I think that that'll be a banger, and that can be like a redemption for both of them. Since Shakur went into his last fight, didn't do too well offensively, and Frank, some people say he ducked, some people say he don't, but he basically didn't. He walked away from the fight. Whatever happened behind closed doors, the world may never know. But I think that that's a good redemption fight for both of them to fight, or even I want to still see Frank versus Tank in 2024, because if I'm not mistaken, Frank is what, number 4 or number 5 for that sanctioning body. I'm not sure. He's underneath. I know he's a mandatory, or at least close to a mandatory for
Tank.
Davis.
Yep.
Yes, for Tank. So
He
I want to
was
see.
They jumped Ryan Garcia ahead of him because Michelle Rivera was number 1 for Tank, and then Frank Michelle Rivera off, and he should have got Michelle Rivera's spot, but that opened up the door for Ryan Garcia. So you know how I do.
Right, Jay Dixon said he's number 3 right now. Yep, because I think they pulled some BS mess and moved up Pitbull Cruz up the top. So come on, man.
They keep trying to put Pitbull right there, but it was Michelle Rivera, and I thought once you beat the guy, you're supposed to be the guy, and that's the same thing that happened to Cody Crowley, because Cody Crowley should have been Errol Spence's mandatory because he knocked off Abakarov. Abakarov was Spence's mandatory. That's why Spence didn't have an IBF mandatory for so long, because after Abakarov got beat by Cody Crowley, they left that number 1 spot open for a while, and they just moved Cody Crowley to number 6 or 7. It's like they playing game with them sanctioning bodies, but you know how that be.
Yeah, they are. So I want either a redemption fight for Frank Martin or a Tank fight for Frank Martin. And not to be honest with you, for in-house purposes, let it be Tank versus Frank 2024. I've been like, let's make that happen. If I can't get Dev,
they had a great sparring match. Let's see the real thing now. And that
I want to see it.
That's a young black fighter for Tank. That's fast. He got that pull counter because he always throw that pull counter out there. Frank Martin's pull counter is underrated. I did a video about his pull counter Cobra Strike. It's stinging 100 stinging beans into. It's called Frank Martin 100 killer bees into 100 stinging bees into the pull counter Cobra Strike. Just like I had the palms of Spence, and I had the perfect pistol shots of Jamil Charlo. Those are all classics if y'all want to go check them out.
Facts. Them good videos too, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. I done watched all of them. And still watching when I'm doing film on those fighters. You understand? I still go to those videos and see what I can get out of these fighters. You understand?
If y'all didn't know, Key Alexander is my co-host. But OTB is also my co-host. He was my first co-host, but he had a lot of shit going on, so he couldn't make it.
Facts. And I gotta say, while we on that subject, Key, you are holding it down, baby. I love this show. I love being a part of it. Be the co-host. You understand? That is your spot. I just want to come in and I appreciate y'all letting me come in, should I say.
Hey, and when we as we grow as a channel and we get bigger, then we can get that table going like Sports Center or something. Had the Molly Shannon and
Facts, because y'all see me and Up don't agree on nothing. We disagreeing on everything.
Yeah. And Key, she always keep it right down the middle. Key she be a great moderator and a great, because Key got great points too. And like I said, I put Key up against
Key be refereeing.
Key's like Frank Martin in these streets.
Man, Key the only person
amateur background.
Key gonna check me
No,
with
listen.
no
He
opinion.
is the
All
Frank
facts.
Martin. Look, Key is the Frank Martin in these boxing streets right now. Key don't have she doesn't have the amateur pedigree and all that right there. But each fight she learning and she getting better and better. I said you can put her up against anybody because her knowledge will trump out. And she strives for better knowledge and everything. So you can't beat that.
And she don't bite, y'all. Like, man, Key can say the same thing you say and put it in her own context. You understand? Where you know that she sees exactly what you see without making you feel like she's taking any words from you or she's just saying something that you may be thinking. This is something that's rare and I highly respect it from you, Key. I gotta say that because I'm a person who I done heard people say my words verbatim. You understand? So
They be biting me and Key shit every day though. Our shit get bit every day on every damn station.
facts.
Everything that me, Key, or Coach ever be saying, they be biting our shit, but they don't even give us credit. But it's all good, you know. Like I said, next year we coming. Ain't no stopping. Both channels. Key gonna be a fixture in these YouTube streets, and y'all make sure if you're not subscribed to Key Alexander, you might want to do it. P.S. Plus, she bad as hell. Y'all better go ahead and put
Oh, stop. Stop.
I second that upper.
Hey, look, y'all better go over there and check out the
I
videos.
heard that motion.
Hey, look, she over there making videos teaching these women style and everything. Y'all better go check it out. It's a weekend in Cabos if y'all go over there now. I'm telling you.
Be quiet. Anyways, I thank you guys for the compliment. I really try to. I don't like the narratives. I just like to speak on facts and timelines so that we're not looking like some of these people around here that's spewing the same stuff over and over again. And I like to see both sides.
Somebody drop Key link in the chat for me. Drop her link for it. They ask you a link, Key.
Okay, and not to mention, I'll give it. And not to mention, I was always taught that you truly don't understand the information unless you're able to repeat it in your own words. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try to make sure I get a neutral understanding from everyone. But I definitely thank you guys for the compliments. I learned from y'all. I learned from OTB breakdowns. Of course, I learned from Upper, Coach Amber, everybody. Because I'm not a boxer. I'm a fan of boxing. So
on that point, if y'all not subscribed to OTB, you better check him out. I know he talks crazy, me and him be doing it, but he has some of the best breakdown videos you ever see. This is what he do. He will break a video down. So if y'all want to see some of the best breakdowns in the game, go check out OTB. And I'm not just joshing y'all. I'm telling you, that man got some good breakdowns. Matter of fact, not good. He got great.
Ain't nothing like the flowers from your contemporaries, man. But yeah, I mean, all them breakdowns are PBC approved. You understand? The zone approved. We approved by all 3 networks now. So all of them are copyright approved. You understand?
And he had a hell of a one that went live on ESPN. They stole it from him.
Facts. Yeah,
they stole his breakdown and went live on ESPN and didn't give him the credit for it.
I ain't say my name, none of that. That's why I'm beefing with Tim Bradley because he helped okay that.
No, that's real facts. They took it. They took his thing and didn't give him no type of credit for it. And then they took his film, didn't give him credit for it, and then OTB stopped making shit for a while after that. And I had to tell him, like, look, bro, you can't just stop making stuff just because they robbed you. I said, here, the music game, they robbed us too. I say, if they taking your shit, that means because you're doing a great job, bro. Don't let the motherfuckers stop you from progressing.
And that's how I grew the type of love for Up that I have. That's why y'all can hear us argue the way we argue. Because I had one foot out of YouTube and back in the street. And this was one of the few people who called my phone personally and was like, nah, bro, boxing need. We appreciate what you do. And shit, you good at what you do. So I'm not going to let you stop doing it.
Hell no.
Well, that is beautiful. And I like that. I like that brotherhood, you know, that's really important. And now that I know you have, no, I'm serious. Now that I know you, if I don't hear you, Nada, I know you. I'm not gonna let you either. If you came on here saying you're done, I'm like, nah, because I like the passion that you bring. You and Dean, y'all be hyping me up, bro. So, shout out to you. I want to give everybody a shout out on this panel that came through. Tomorrow we're gonna narrow it because it's getting closer and closer. Do we want to talk about the Jake Paul fight this week, y'all, or nah? We good? Because Jake
We
Paul
need
is
to
fighting
talk
Friday.
about. Well, we need to talk about tomorrow. We need to talk about the Morrell fight. We need to talk about Shadeja Green and them, and we, we didn't get to
Cobra
that.
versus Ryo. Cobra
Yeah,
versus Ryo.
yeah.
But
We
y'all,
Okay,
did
so we'll
I
do that
hear
tomorrow.
wrong? Ain't Jake Paul fighting his first professional fighter?
no. He lost to his first professional fighter. He lost to Tommy Fury.
Oh, okay.
T. Orlando said, nope, we ain't talking about Jake Paul. Okay.
Yeah. If I talk about Jake Paul, it'd be because that he's a great promoter. I'm not talking about his boxing because I feel like what he's doing is not boxing really. So I mean, it's exhibition, but I don't. I mean, if he fight a real boxer, I gotta give him credit. Everybody fighting everybody, but I'm not about to talk about him over people that's done just training their ass off, putting in work just because they ain't got a name or a big ass platform. People don't notice them. I'm not gonna prioritize him over those people that's really putting it in and people not. See, one thing about me, I'm for the underdogs, the people that don't really get the shine that they deserve. Like if you look at my page, I got a lot of the young up and coming fighters. That's what I used to do a lot of because they're the future of the sport. Like I had Abdullah Mason since his second fight. Like a lot of people don't know him. And I got a lot of these little young gems that's out there, like Vito Milnicki, all them. But yeah. So I ain't thinking about him right now. He has a push behind him. But go ahead, Key. I got to answer this phone.
Go ahead. So let's start with 2 Cents Queen. That's another queen of boxing. Queen, what you got for the closing statements, y'all? What you got, 2 Cents?
Appreciate y'all for letting me come up here today. It's always good to come up here and cook. I was a tad bit distracted today with work, but I still want to hop on and drop my 2 cents. Yeah, I guess I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. That's what's up. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the people in the chat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Shout out
And
to you,
shout out to
Queen.
you, 2 Cents.
Peace out.
I hope you had a good day at work, Queen. Ray, what you got for me, King? What's your closing statement?
Oh, I wouldn't say it was great boxing talk. I sat in the back for a little bit, but it was great to hear you guys. And then when I jumped on, it was even better conversation because I brought no energy and let y'all cook. I'm just messing. But on the real, y'all guys always do everything different. Like I told you, this is the number one platform that I've been on as a panel, and I think that everybody has great. They lead with their hearts, or I don't know how to say it the right way, but they bring what they from their feelings. They don't get in their feelings, but they bring from their feelings because they stand on what they
Passion.
believe.
They call it the passion.
And thank you. Yeah, passion. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. So they bring their passion with them, and by doing that, they everybody is able to engage and feel how that person's vibe is going, and that always brings up a great conversation with everybody, and I like that. But I salute everybody on the panel. Thank you again for having me. I respect all y'all. Trust me, 100%. And I love the chat because we all family here, and we've been on multiple channels together, most of us, and we all family. And we all do it the way we do it and believe what we believe. Thank you.
Facts, Ray.
Shout out to Ray, the Calvin. I call him the Calvin Klein model. That's what he looked like a model. So shout out to you, King. OTB, what you got for me, King? When you gonna come back?
Man, I'm back whenever y'all. I've been freeing up my schedule, y'all. So I should be free and I should be able to reach out to Up in the next couple days and see if we can get a set day that y'all know that I'll be here. But I'm always listening to y'all show, man. I'm just in the process of transitioning, making the time to do the content. I just dropped the top 10 boxing ring walks. So everybody go check them out, man. I appreciate y'all, man, being patient with me throughout this process, man. As I said, man, when your work gets stole and when you hearing people saying things that you say, man, and you put what we put into this sport, into being different, into not sounding like other people, not having other people's gimmicks, and then you hear yours hijacked, then it can be a little discouraging. So key Coach Amber up, you understand? Y'all understand y'all purpose, and I appreciate y'all keeping the platform growing, keeping the sport alive. The passion that y'all bring, that y'all allow me to give my perspective concerning whatever topics and subjects y'all may be on. My brain couldn't, I wouldn't walk in the kitchen unless y'all was already in there. So I gotta thank y'all first. And we getting back to it, man. Be patient with me, but we transitioning back into YouTube. So I appreciate y'all making that much more easy for me. And I respect y'all as well as what y'all bring to this sport, man. It ain't no level that I can put on the appreciation I got for y'all for allowing y'all platform to me. So appreciate it, family.
Hey, Key, you
No
forgot to drop
problem.
your
Thank
link.
you.
Hey, OTV, drop your
Sorry.
link. Key, you forgot to drop your link. At OTV, drop your link.
I got you, big bro.
Got it.
Yeah.
Coach
And I just
Amber
want to say,
Queen.
go
ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
pop out real quick because I'm gonna have to do something real quick and I'm gonna let you close it out. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming out here. Peace and blessings. Look, I'm about to go on this push. I'm gonna start pushing out content on both channels, this one and the Upper Echelon Man. Starting this week, I'm gonna start growing. I'm about to go on a 90-day sabbatical where I'm pushing out content back to back to push this channel up, to grow the channel. So in 90 days, we're gonna be a lot bigger on both channels, and we're gonna be popping on both channels. But I appreciate all my day ones here. You know, all the ones that got the wrenches and everything. Because once we get bigger, ain't nobody else getting them wrenches. Y'all know how I feel about that. If you wasn't here from the day one, you ain't about to hop in later. You know, that's how I feel about that. So I want to say peace and blessing to always. Let me see who this Michael Scrooge guy is. 2011. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and get you right since you in here. I told y'all once we hit 4K, I ain't making no more moderators. So peace and blessings to all. Key gonna close it out, and I'll see y'all in here tomorrow.
Well, I thank you guys. Coach Amber, what you got for me, Queen? Coach, you there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here. My mic is working. I'm gonna end this. Key, you're gonna have to go back for the replay because I'm very disgusted. I'm very disgusted. That the quote unquote that she put the crown on herself. Because honestly, I feel like the people should put the crown on you, but she put the crown on herself. It's calling out men when, you know, male and female fans want to see her fight Green, but you're calling out men. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I've always said that I judge people on how they treat other people. I judge people how you treat the hostess, the waitress, the panhandler on the corner. Like I judge people on that. I'm gonna leave it at this. Men and women are different. But to you men out there, don't get it twisted. Women hold their own justice too. And everybody that I've talked to, at least that I have contact with, they kind of mirror my sentiment. Like we gonna make you sit on what you stand on. It is what it is. As far as Zepeda and Frank, run it. I keep that same energy. Open your toolbox, run it. Bud and Errol, open your toolbox, run it. But I was very upset today. Like today very upset me because we have come so far and you keep pulling us back. Clarissa needs a PR person. Somebody need to sit her down. And we've been saying that for a long time. But what else? Salute to the chat. I'm out.
That is true. We have been seeing these boxers, bro. They definitely need PR channels. I'm gonna end my segment with food for thought before I say hello and goodbye to everybody, or see y'all tomorrow. Not goodbyes, but see y'all tomorrow. But I want to say my food for thought. What I'm ending this on
Hold on,
is,
Key. I ain't get to go yet. Hold
who
on,
was
Key.
that? Bullet.
Yeah, I was sitting up here, you know what I'm saying? Chilling.
Bullet. I didn't even see your. What happened to your fingers? I didn't.
I
Your
don't know.
picture.
I'm just sitting up here, man.
My fault, King. Go
Um,
ahead. I don't know why. I thought you got off. I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Bullet.
nah. You good. I want to say peace and blessings to everybody, that especially that came up on the platform, everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? And Coach Amber said something that made a lot of sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So these women need to stop, trying to push narratives or need to stop trying to, make it seem like they want to get in the ring with men. So Tank Davis, we're gonna leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and fight with the women while Devin Haney keep fighting the men. And I'm gonna end off with that there. So peace and blessings, everybody. I'm going.
You know what? You almost got banned. You almost got banned.
No, I'm just messing around. I told Frequent I'm gonna take a
I
shot real
know.
quick. I'm just playing
Ah,
around, man. You already
that
know.
now that I already know. That one was funny. That one was good though. That one was good.
Peace and
That
blessings,
hey,
everybody.
I can't even stop. That was smooth right there. I feel them though. Okay, talk y'all stuff. Like I said, shoot, y'all talk y'all stuff, man. Just leave my boy alone. Leave Tank alone. But anyways, I want to end with that my food for thought real quick, and that's funny that Bullet said that because I do want to end with that, man. When it comes to Tank Davis, I don't care who he get in the ring with. I just want to see him in the ring. I do want to see him fight the Frank Martin. I do want to see him fight Devin Haney. When it comes to the whole Devin Haney talk, whether it's about weight, whether it's about money, whatever the case may be, I'm at it. This is where I'm at with when it comes to when it comes to both of those. And y'all know I'm GTD all day. I ride with Tank, but I like Dev. Y'all hear me defending Dev all the time on here. So um, when it comes to both of them, whatever they're comfortable with, for an even playing field, however that looks like for them. We are not in their bodies, y'all. We're not the ones cashing their checks. We are not the ones doing any of that. They're the ones that's going to have to work and to make this fight happen. So I think it's time for us to take a step back as fans and supporters of these fighters and of the sport, and let them two, however they're going to work it out, do whatever they need to do to make it equal and level. But I do need to say, Bill Haney, I keep telling you that's enough now. You got to cut that out. A lot of that stuff that you're doing is a little too much, King. But anyways, take over Devin at 140, no weight clause for all the bread, winner takes all. I mean, that's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so either. That whole boy. I don't think we're ever gonna get a Tank versus Devin, and that's fine with me because you know what? They could still be great. I'm at the point where I don't think Devin needs Tank and Tank don't need Devin. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. I don't think so. That's just my opinion. But I want to thank you guys we'll talk about that more tomorrow. I'll let you guys know why I feel that way. But I want to thank you guys for coming through as always. Thomas Hill, you missed it. Rob Walker, how you doing, King? Shout out to you, frequent flyer. Oh Lord Jesus, Bullet Gibson, all things as always. One of my 10 toes down. How you doing, King? Thank you for coming through. Let me see. I know I seen Al Booger in here. Shout out to you. Shout out to the panel, Coach Amber. I'm about to rewind it to see what got Coach Amber so hot. You feel me? Let me see who else was up here. Bullet. Oh, D. Thank you. Gary Russell's family. Thank you for coming up here and keeping it real too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. So shout out to OTB as always. Hopefully you come back soon because I like the energy that OTB brings. He's funny. Let me see. Ray Davis, the model, the Calvin Klein model. And 2 Cents. Make sure y'all follow 2 Cents. Shout out to the Queen, man. Brian the King Falcon. How you doing? Michael Scruggs, thank you for coming through. T. Orlando Pearson. Yo, you know you made it when T. Orlando comes in the chat. You feel me? Like, I only see T. Orlando in Fanon's channel. So, and shout out to Fanon. But did y'all see dude Rallo take off his shirt on Fanon's channel today? I ain't never seen no stuff like that a day in my life. Thank Luke Kane. Shout out to you, King. Thank you for coming through, man. Yeah, the green eye model in the flash. That's what I call him. Daryl McKinney, how you doing, King? Thank you. Thank you guys for the compliment. I just try to be. I only get crazy when they come up here trying to get crazy, but thank God nobody's have tried that in a very long time, because I ain't got time to play with nobody, kid. But shout out to y'all. Tomorrow we're going to have the Shadeja Green breakdown. Nobody wants to talk about Jake Paul, but I'm going to slide it in there. Rilo is Haino's clan. Frequent, y'all need to get him up out of that clan, bro. He's making y'all look horrible. And I like you for like you my boy. Yes, please change it. You look just like a Calvin Klein model, Ray. You look like a model. But anyway, thank you guys so much. We have a lot to talk about tomorrow to in this fabulous week of boxing. We got Ryo versus Colbert 2. That's gonna be a hot one. Me and Upper gonna disagree. Upper got Ryo winning. I think Colbert could pull it off again, but we'll see. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Shout out to Upper and his family, his beautiful family, and his wife. Thank you for coming on today. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. I gotta go. Peace out. I'm out.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fight. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split em. LN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. I got all those shit, nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason.